Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Horror Speedruns podcast. I'm your host, Zom Slays. I hope you're well, I hope you're
Okay. I've
chilling,
never actually
and
done it fully.
welcome
I got
to
out of
the
bounds
third
whenever
episode of
the
the
initial
IHS
out of bounds.
podcast.
I can only do that
I
one
hope you're
time
well,
after
I hope
that.
you're chilling. Welcome on in. Happy motherfucking Friday. I hope you're well. Welcome on in. I'm here. I'm your host, Zom Slays, and I have Dig to my right, I have Plez to my right as well, and I have Lick below me, and I have Mild below me. Welcome on in. How are you guys, man? How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic.
Chilling.
It's a good start. I'm very excited to finally do this app. This is great.
Very special episode.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
With a very special guest.
100%.
First guest.
Super special.
So
Good
I think
game.
I think the first thing I want to talk about is how's everybody's holiday, man? How's everybody's Christmas, holiday, whatever you celebrate? Dig, why don't you go first?
I went down to my family has this tradition where we go down to the beach for like a month every year. We go camping on the beach. But this year we got whacked with huge storms during Christmas. Like one where you're sitting in the tent and you just see like the canvas of the tent just flashing constantly.
Yeah.
So it was nice, but it was terrifying. I'm very glad to be back in a stable house after that.
Excellent.
And I'm glad that I can finally do more runs.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about what you've been running in a second for sure, 100%. Plez, how was your holiday? How was your vacation and whatnot? How you taking the new year? What's going on?
I didn't do much. I sat there and I just played games and watched shows. So like the show right there, the game right here. Bloodshot eyes staring at my PC. That was about it.
A little
Playing the
recoup.
Pogo 3D demo for 10 hours a day.
No, no.
No.
I've been
That's good. That is
I'll keep
good.
on wraps.
Love that. But no, that's great. Mild, how was your holiday? How's your new year going on?
Everything's been good. Haven't really had much time off, so I've just been working mostly, but um that's kind of slowed down, I think. So hopefully next week I'll have a bit of a breather. But
Yeah.
past that, just the usual,
Love to
Actually
hear that.
found some. Games to run, I know one of either the last episode or the one before we were talking about
Yep.
HIO being
Yep.
ass, but
2024 is looking really good for games. I will say that 100%.
2024 is gonna be crazy, especially if you like survival horror.
Silk Song!
You're fucking
Yeah,
here,
yeah, 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 yeah. We got some good stuff coming up, by the boys.
Yo, wait,
For sure.
actually, okay. I want to say this game I've been playing the shit out of. It's called Hobo Tough Life, and it's like a hobo RPG where you're a hobo and you gotta like survive on the streets. It's actually, I think it came out like 2 years ago, but I put like 50 hours in it the last 2 weeks.
I put like
I'm
50 hours
obsessed,
in.
dude. I've been
50 hours
having a
is
lot of
different.
fun with it. Yeah, no, it's really
Hobo
fun.
Life RPG.
professional.
Hobo
That's so funny.
Tough Life, I think it's what it's called.
Hobo
it's
Tough
really,
Life.
really fun.
50 hours.
Well, it's like
Wow.
hard. It's hard, so it's like you want to get stable in the whatever.
Mm.
We
move
can
on, but it's
team
a
up in
good-ass game.
online co-op.
Yeah.
But as you guys may have noticed, we have a very special guest and veteran here with us tonight. We have the homie Lick, and many of you seen Lick around in the IHS server here or there, but this is a very established runner that we're
Saying some
pleased.
cryptic ass shit in general.
Yeah, he's saying some cryptic ass shit in general, and just a all around really talented runner and really good person. So I'd like to welcome on Lick to the Indie Horror Speedruns podcast. Lick, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. You haven't asked me about my holiday.
Yeah, oh well, shit. Let's get into it. Tell me, please. Tell me. No, absolutely. Tell me. Hell yeah, tell me.
In regard to what like Pless said about playing this hobo game, I was mostly sheltered during this 10 wonderful days of not working, and yeah, it was really chill and pretty much uneventful, but it was so nice to decompress after like a really stressful
Yeah.
work time, you know.
I agree. I
I feel
definitely
that I'm
agree.
the same way.
Yeah, for sure.
On month one, I wanted to ask, how do you feel? Because you did a run in the IHSM 24. How do you feel about that on month one? Like your wheat harvest paradox run.
How do I feel about it? This was the biggest event for our community. You know,
Yeah.
all with Harvest Paradox runners,
Yeah.
which consists only me and my alter egos. You know, but yeah,
Yep.
maybe one day, Yeah, it was really good.
Shout out to the Wheat Harvest forums.
Big shout outs to
Mhm.
Wheat. So we're just gonna go over a couple of IHS 2024 updates, and we're gonna talk to Lick here about a very important topic. But before we get into that, the last time we spoke, it was just me, Mild, and Plez. To be honest with you, and we did a tier list, and we had a fantastic episode too. But this is episode 3, so not only is this episode 3, but we're in a new year. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about a little bit of happenings in IHS and things like that. So I think the first thing that we can touch on is sleigh bells, because we spoke about the bounty on the last episode. Let's talk a little bit about that, and talk about how sleigh bells ended up.
Well, I don't think anybody expected it to end up like it did, because I think we were expecting a pretty tight competition.
Yep.
And somebody found a brand new glitch.
Somebody.
Yeah, somebody found a brand new. Well, so Lick found one part of it, right? But then who was it that found? Was it Devastator?
I think it was Devastator. He's the one who made that tutorial on it, I believe.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
came in and he found the
Yeah.
he found like almost like a frame perfect jump over. It was just a lot cleaner of a jump and saved like 10 seconds or something like that. So the
Crazy.
competition, if you could hit that at least once, was pretty free. But
I
How
got
many people
on for
did
a
you get?
night. I got on for a night and tried it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is not the game."
Oh,
I'm gonna
no,
fuck
no,
I
around.
was
no.
struggling to figure
It
out
was
what
so
Lick
fast.
found.
Oh, my dog. That's too funny, man. So who actually ended up placing kind of like winner's bracket for the sleigh bells challenge?
Can we check right now?
Yeah,
or-
does anyone have that on hand at the moment?
Yeah,
We give him a
looking
little
it
bit
up.
of a shout. Talk about that for a second.
FT has the record again.
Well,
by
he
an
got
insane
he
amount.
respectfully got it after the thing was done.
Right, yeah. FT kind of
So-
took back record, and then
Yeah, so it was. We only had a couple people actually go into it. It was Gizmover and then Devastator. They both got paid out from the competition. Devastator actually got a 53, which was 3 seconds faster than first try's time at the time. First try came back though and got a 3 minute 47 second.
4 minute
time, so-
47.
Insane.
Yeah.
yep.
Like 3 minute 47.
And we got Vec and
Yeah.
FT in the chat right now, and
3:34,
Vec said, "I didn't think it was possible." Talking about the previous trick they were talking about, and then FT said Vec, or no, Vec, Lick, and
Yeah, that got
Devastator.
paid out, right?
Yep.
He barely got in, I think. Well, he
Awesome.
was early on.
Awesome. That's
That was great.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
he beat
that
it.
turned
He
out
beat it
great.
by literally 100 milliseconds. Yeah, so Vac did get in there too.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, huge shout out to everybody that competed in the sleigh bells competition, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas and all that wonderful stuff. But we're gonna talk about 2024 right now. So we have quite the schedule on hand for 2024. You can expect the current schedule of podcasts to continue as well. But in terms of bounties and competitions and things like that, we have something relatively recent that's coming up pretty fast. We're gonna talk about whitetail, and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do there and how we're gonna handle this next competition, which hasn't officially been announced. So we're gonna break down a little bit of details for you guys,
Here
and
for
then
first here.
yeah, you're hearing it first here for sure. So Mild, you definitely have the rundown on the whitetail bounty, yeah?
Yeah, so Blake, he came back, the dev of Whitetail and Sleigh Bells. He came back and did a Christmas update for the Whitetail incident,
Yep.
which it was a bunch of quality of life updates, and he added some fun stuff like some cheat codes and stuff like that into the game. But one of the main things he added was a cutscene skip, which was it fixed one of the main issues that we had with the Whitetail incident because people's cutscenes for whatever reason would load quicker or slower, you know. So some people were just
So bad.
automatically gaining a
Yeah.
bunch of time. Me, we have no
Me.
idea why. We have
That's
no idea
good.
why. We can never figure it out because
That's
it
good.
was all everybody seemed to have just like a little bit of a difference, you know.
Yep.
There's also this interesting thing where the load remover would only work for me, and that's the only reason I got record like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
Yep.
still true? Wait, what?
I haven't played it, but
Oh, I thought it worked to everybody. Okay. This
Mhm.
I
is,
don't know.
This is good that I'm hearing about it now.
Well, anyway, the Christmas update for the game it fixed a lot of those issues. So we're making it the main category on the board now. The other will be archived. It'll still be up there, obviously,
Yeah, we
but
were
the
planning
Christmas
on
update is
punting
going
it
to be
anyways.
the Christmas update is going to be the main category. So it's completely empty as of right now. Nobody's done any runs, and we were going
Officially.
to officially we're gonna
I'm gonna do
do
one during the podcast.
we're gonna do best of three, I think, is what
Yep.
we're gonna do.
Top 3?
Yep.
Yeah, top three.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a 2 week competition. You know, best of the top three. We haven't quite figured out exactly the prizes yet, but there will be cash prizes, like always.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be a fun little competition, couple weeks, and we're gonna try to fill out the board a little bit again because it's literally just sitting there just blank now. But I think it'll be good. It'll be completely fresh and new, and I mean it's the same game, right? But fresh board, fresh competition, fresh all of that. Everybody
Right.
likes white though. It's an
Right.
easy game to get into, short,
Right.
free.
Exactly. Exactly. 100%.
So
So yeah, that'll be the next competition that we kind of break down here, and we're gonna kick off the year with that. Then of course you can expect, like I said, new podcast episodes and more details on future competitions and things like that. So per usual, make sure you follow us on all socials and check all that stuff out because that's super important. But what we're here to talk about is our very very special guest by the name of Lick, and I'd like to kind of start very simple with Lick. So let's start from the beginning here. So, Lick, where are you from? How old are you? And how did you get into speedrunning?
Okay, I will start from the beginning.
Mhm.
My mommy and my daddy were in love, and no. I will tell later on. How I got into gaming? My first like experience with gaming was with like the NES consoles and some Atari clones and all of that
Wow.
wonderful stuff. You know, pretty
You're
much
old.
retro. Yeah, I'm old. I
God
mean,
damn.
So Lick's been in it. No, yeah, like Lick.
I mean, Zomp called me veteran. Okay, a little
Yeah,
respect.
no, for sure though. No, for sure. Like fucking age though. Nah, for real. Like all that age shit is like funny and all that, but like Lick is really like put time in to like know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like whether they're 40, 15, doesn't really matter. Lick's put the time in. So yeah, how did you initially get into speedrunning?
Oh, this is like a interesting and bumpy road because I have like two multiplayer games that are very important for me. Like the first game that I've got into like in terms of multiplayer and competitive and Clan Wars and ESL and stuff was Red Faction. This was the game that launched in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And I've played this game for like 6-7 years, really, really a lot. Since 2003 till like 2007, 2008. Then I've changed to playing like Aliens vs Predator 2 in on multiplayer, only multiplayer. My first like experience with Aliens vs Predator 2 was when it launched, also in 2001. I've played single player and it was good, but I forgot about the game. Played maybe this game multiplayer a few times in a LAN cafe with my friends.
In land cafe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So the land cafes are coming in. Okay, okay.
Yeah, but that was pretty much it in terms of like Alice vs Predator 2, and I will just skip forward this competitive, multiplayer and game stuff. I will just skip to the speedrunning part. I was multiplayer PC Master Race elitist, back then.
Yeah.
Before speedrunning, I was just always thinking, multiplayer, this is where it's at. Single players is for losers, was really what I had in mind, and I know many people that still thinks, the same. They didn't understand the concept of speedrunning at all,
Right.
and how wrong they are.
Right.
How competitive it can be, or
Yeah.
how big the world this is.
Yeah.
And I've come back to Red Faction in 2020 or something, and I've played some multiplayer, and I had wonderful time and stuff. And then I did like a first speedrun ever for this game, because there was like an incentive, and they were missing one run for the bounty to be like eligible for the winners. I wasn't going for the first place or anything. I wanted just to submit my run, just to just so the other guys can get their rewards.
Hmm.
And I was like 100% inbound runner. I hated glitches. I hated all of this stuff. This was like
That's funny that you hated glitches.
Hated
total.
glitches. Yeah, that's
This was like the biggest no for me. I didn't even like to cheat in single player games.
Right.
So yeah, this is interesting, like a change of pace.
Yeah.
and then I reinstalled Alice vs Predator 2 in like 2020 as well. And I was just looking on the internet, and I've just stumbled upon some speedrun, and I was just interested, and I can beat it. And wow, this is pretty basic. There is not much of anything like in terms of skips. This was like the Drunksman OG Marine Run. Do you remember it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And-
BO4 or something like that.
And around that time, I was just trying to get some knowledge. Maybe someone else just found some other skips. So I've joined this official AVP2 Discord. and
Yeah. We'll definitely dive into that in a second. No, for sure. Don't worry. For sure.
And I stumbled upon one individual that was just trying to get some info as well. This guy was Mild God Daddy, and this is
just a little bit of help, just a little bit of info.
yeah, and I felt sorry for him, how bad this community was, and
You
and
have
yeah,
seen the crime?
yeah, I was
Scene of
there.
the crime is crazy. Okay. Let me derail this for a second here. So, just to back it up for those that don't know, the game that we're talking about is Aliens vs Predator 2, which came out in 2001, I believe, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
It is older than me.
Yeah, yeah. Dig.
You're like 12.
So yeah, this is
Yeah,
very
yeah, we're
much
talking
an abandonware gem that Miles, who's to my bottom right, had ended up finding and started running, and Miles was curious on a couple of things about the game. So Miles joined the Discord, and that's where the lick story comes in, as to where Miles was just asking kind of a question, you know what I mean? And in terms of like how to run the game, how do I do this, X, Y, or Z?
Yeah, there was an issue with like the key bindings or something like
Yeah.
that, which I didn't realize at the time. It bound some like the main use button to one of my side buttons on my mouse or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was struggling, and I don't know. I thought I looked at the keybinds. I probably just glanced over them and was like, "Oh, that's fine," But I just sent a message in there, and I was like, "Yo, does anybody have any way to fix this?" And I don't know. Is he the leader of the official?
He's an
This
admin.
Leader is
yeah.
crazy, dude.
Leader is definitely crazy, but yeah, he's an admin. Yeah.
Yeah, he's I don't like the guy. I will say that I don't like the guy, but I respect him. He's kept things alive in
Mhm.
Yeah.
for AVP. Like he's really gone. Like you can find some really obscure like random stuff in his videos. You know, like he's really been there for AVP for
Mhm.
I guess the entire time it's been out.
That's
But
facts.
he was he was a little bit rude to me. Yeah. So we had some drama there at the beginning, and that's kind of where me and Lick met.
I wanted to also touch on something that Lick mentioned. So you did the competition that you participated in. That was the one the developers ran, right? The developers ran a speedrun competition for each of the
Oh
campaigns.
yeah!
Right? It
Wow!
was
Yeah.
all we hit it, right?
No. I
He did a
wasn't.
red.
I wasn't doing any like runs for Aliens vs Predator 2. I've did the run for Red Faction 1. The first game I was
Oh,
playing.
okay.
Like
But there was like the runs that were on the board for ADP2 when we got to it. They were all from like that sort of era, like 2015 or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was the
Um,
alien run, maybe. The
just
guy,
the alien run.
yeah, the guy he got like a poster or something for beating
Mm,
it, like from the developer or something like that,
Yep.
along those lines. Yeah, I don't know the
right.
specifics of it, but that's
Yeah.
pretty sure it was the alien run.
Yeah.
At the time, it was like a 15, 16 minute run, something like that.
Yeah, which was not bad. I mean, when you got to the board, it was like there was one predator run, there was one marine run, and there was like 3 or 4 alien runs, right?
Yeah, and that predator run was something. We can talk about that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's probably
on
the place to start, right?
on speedrun.com because there were some prior
Yes.
runs on
Right. Yeah.
Demos
Yeah.
archive.
So let me segue into this because we're gonna have a really good talk about that. So Mild came through, joined the AVP like regular community Discord. It wasn't really like a speedrunning Discord. It was more so like preservationists, right? Like they were really just preserving the game. They cared about AVP in general. They were
Yeah, they do a lot of multiplayer stuff.
right. They were doing a whole lot of things. And Mild came through, met Lick. We were kind of starting to introduce ourselves to the speedrun itself, and we were curious if there was already a leaderboard or not. Well, we check SRC, there was, but the moderators weren't active. So we ended up gaining control of the board. And that's kind of where, the story starts, is because once we gained kind of control and moderation of the leaderboard, we really went all in, like truly all in. And I think Lick was already in IHS at that point, and we were doing some like rough runs of like pretty much everything. But I think the first campaign we started with was the Predator campaign because the game consists of 3 campaigns, like Plez talked about in his GDQ run. But the first one that we were super attracted to was the Predator campaign. No.
Yeah, no, I'm
looked
pretty sure it was.
appealing.
Yeah, that 20. It was like a 23-minute and 1 second run by I don't know. I forget his name. It was like Skurzo or something.
Yeah,
Very talented runner, by the way. Very, very, very talented runner.
Yeah. So that run, like it just happened to be. I think Miles just picked a campaign to start looking into, start glitch hunting. Miles had found a few good glitches in the first few levels, but the run by I'm gonna find his name. Skevin.
Yes.
I was saying
Yeah, the run by
Gavin,
him.
yes.
We all kind of agreed at that point that it was like a pretty solid run. It was fairly glitchless, but he had a lot of good tech down. His movement was pretty solid.
The movement was insane.
His
Yeah,
movement was insane for being the only one on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you guys talking about it. Because like in Predator, you can B hop, like you have to press space or you have to hold space on the first frame that you land so that you can maintain momentum. And he just had that unlocked. Like if you go up slopes in Predator, it's really hard to kind of find a path where you'll be able to keep B hopping. So that was a real challenge to get to. So, I mean, I think I was the first one to break through for one of the records. I got like a 20. I think I got a 23:01 or something.
Yeah, it was
like
very
1 second
close. It
slower.
was so fucking
Yeah.
close, like the first time too.
My heart when I got
It was
when I
so
got
close.
23:01. Yeah, but I think like a couple of runs later, I got like 22, low 22 or something.
Yep.
And that just completely opened the floodgates because now we like had a chance to actually, tear this thing apart. Because the other reason I got it was because Miles had found like a minute time save on Hunt or something, and
Yeah, the very first level, like it has a few like versions of the skip, but the first
Oh my
one
gosh.
after like you go to like
Don't
the
even.
fourth room and you just hop into a corner and you fall into the bottom of the world and then you can go to the end of the level, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was a few different versions of that. There's been even more since, you know, not too long ago there was another one found. So
Yep.
I
So
wanna look
for
at this.
reference, just to keep everybody on track, we are talking about the Predator campaign because AVP 2 consists of 3 campaigns. So the first one we dove into was Predator. So yeah, as we started to dismantle it and we gained control of the leaderboard, we slowly chopped down this time. I like what was the first record for Pred, by the way?
It was 22-12.
And then
My
I
run.
think I got like
Fucking
a
slammed.
19 or something.
No, you got 21. Don't even.
Was it a 21? Didn't I end with a
You got-
19?
You did end with a 19, but you got
Okay,
21.
okay. I forgot about the 21 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I stopped playing when I got my record for a little bit.
Yeah, you stopped playing, and while you were gone, I did it. I think I had the record when you came back and you like grinded it into darkness without ever saying anything, and then you just popped out one
Yeah.
day, like, "Hey
That's like
guys,
2
I'm
months
back."
later.
And also, here's this Pred.
Mhm.
We're like,
I think I moved on to Marine at that point after I got my run because I was like, I learned the full Predator run and I was like, okay, I had plans to run the like all 3 campaigns in a row, and so I was like, next up, Marine, gotta get there, but Marine, that's a whole thing. But yeah, you got 21, 20, then a 19, and then Lick ended with a 19. He beat your time.
Ooh.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the
Okay.
last time I played it. Is that 19?
That's beautiful.
Oh.
So to just kind of segue real quick, Lick, what was this like for you to kind of come into IHS and to see a bunch of youngins that hadn't known shit about the game to kind of take it on and really love it? Like, what was that experience for you early on?
Okay, so coming from like this multiplayer AVP2 scene, you know, seeing what my my friends
Yeah.
in quotes did to you know to Mild and all of you,
Yeah.
I felt really bad. Like oh my god, I need to fix it. I need to like I've only joined IHS to just tell you about double jump in Marine and everything I know that can be useful so you guys can break this game. You know, this was
Right.
the only thing I wanted to do because I wasn't planning to get involved any much more because well I'm just a guy that played this game for 10 years probably multiplayer or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, and it turned out to be like the game changer. This is actually the only game in terms of speedrunning and that I got really involved and I've loved every minute of it. Like this whole journey was insane. I mean, we will get to the different like eras, periods of
Yeah.
time, but yeah, I just wanted to say it because
Mm.
I'm so happy that I've met you guys and yeah, wonderful
Yeah,
moment
of
of time.
course, man. Of course, yeah.
And I need to write to this guy that treated Miles so badly. You know, I should thank him because if it wasn't for him, yeah, I would probably never
You were never met all of us,
contact.
and you're
Yeah.
right. Right. No, that's
That's
Crazy.
actually like what speedrunning is all about. We're definitely gonna dive into that
absolutely.
more for sure. I love that, man.
I'm wondering. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No. Please go.
Do you reckon I should screenshot? I can pull up the run.
Yeah. Sure. Go right ahead. I'm ready.
Because we can just kind of like have this on screen and
Mhm.
show what we're talking about.
Yeah.
see.
I'm definitely ready. But yeah, no. I definitely think it was a very beautiful process, and I was always curious on Lick's kind of direction and thoughts on that. So yeah, we have the what is this, Dig? Let us know.
So this is the 22-12. This is the first run that I actually beat the record on. So this is Hunt, the one we're talking about, and you can see my 2301 there. I was watching play streams, so I'm going to show off the first clip that we're talking about. It's in God, my movement is so bad. That's crazy. Yeah, just in this room, you go up to this wall up here, and yeah, boom. You're just out of the map, and then sometime later.
the only objective in this level is to kill a xenomorph at the very end. And
So
you
I'm
can
zooming
just
in really close. And,
barely see it. It's like a little ant up there.
yeah. Oh, sub 2. Good on me. Is there any, like, what other parts of this first run would you think would be pretty important? Like, there's this interloper one, right? Where
the
we...
main
Yeah, do it.
stuff on level 2, I don't think has come up yet.
Oh, yeah, that's
changed all
later.
of level 2. Yep.
Okay, so this is interloper. And I think in this one, you have to, like, kind of go around and, like, climb
This
upstairs
level.
and ladders and stuff. There's
This
history in
level.
that server, too, for this one, too.
My favorite level.
Did you want to talk about it first, or should I?
So, just to recap really quick, so we are watching the Predator campaign. We are on about level 3 right now. So we're on Interloper 2. And this is definitely one of the more complex levels of AVP. So yes, Mild, please hand it off because you spent a lot of time on this.
Too.
So, well, how did you do it in this run? I'm not even sure. Like,
Well,
okay, so you did, yeah.
Yeah.
There's you're supposed to go all the way around the level, dodging enemies and turrets and all that stuff. But you can you can just climb up the wall just
Mhm.
barely. Like if the wall was just a little bit higher, you wouldn't be able to do it. But
Yeah.
certain like slopes and stuff, you'll see you kind of like jump off the side of the thing there.
Yeah. And this you can barely get up. And this one we actually do the tunnel jump, the pipe jump.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you can see all these platforms that you have to go up here,
Yeah.
but then you press this button and then we just ride this elevator and yeah, we go up here. Oh my god, my movement! Come on.
Wait. So to just derail right quick, Lick, what is your favorite campaign out of the 3? Since we're watching Pred here.
This is a really tough question. I don't have any favorite one, to be honest. Really, I mean,
pick one.
it's like between Predator and Marine. I mean,
You're right.
probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's like 50-50.
Yeah.
We also found that you can climb up in Interloper 3. You can just climb up on random ledges and bridges and basically scale vertically directly up to the end. That was a pretty nice find.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that I've ever done that level normally. So
Right.
Neither have I. I'm so glad that you found. I don't know. Did you find it, or was that already in the run?
that you see, that's very blurred for me. I don't remember what was.
Hashtag interloper sucks.
Yeah, it's
Look.
really rough, man. Interloper
Okay,
is
so
definitely rough.
I don't care for Interloper 1 or 3, but Interloper 2 it's my favorite level in like all of these campaigns, I think.
So
Maybe
for those of
maybe
you,
UG4,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah.
for those of you that are watching on video, you can see the splits to your top left of the screen there, and there are subsections of each level, right? So you see Interloper 1, 2, and 3, and then you see alleys 1, 2, and 3. So there are very much subsections of each campaign. You know what I mean? So each level is relatively big, but we count them as individual splits because there's lows in between and et cetera, et cetera. So that was a very much like a big element into breaking this game. So we're about halfway through the Predator campaign right now, and this trick that Dig has on screen is actually fantastic.
Yeah, I remember we in the description or something for Skjeven's run, or I don't know how you say it. He mentioned that he didn't manage to hit this, and we were like, "What?" Like, because he didn't do it in the run, so we were just like, "What is he talking about?" And so this trick evolved as well, but it turns out if you damage these tanks, then I guess you can make it explode early. Is the thing. So I'm missing it, and it's not good.
It's a tough trick, I'm not gonna lie, because I pulled it off one time, and then it's very specific,
I don't want to get too big headed, but I think it evolved to us meleeing it, and I think I found that you have to hit it the second time while backing up at a certain time to not take damage.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to quick save and load for it to work as well. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
Missing stationary targets. FT in the chat. FT.
Big ups.
It's like if you just walk up and
you
hit
have to
it,
shoot
it'll kill
behind
you, right? But if you save and quick save or whatever, and quick save and load, and then you won't take damage.
Right.
But yeah, if
Yeah.
you go up and just punch it, it literally explodes, and you can just walk through.
On that stationary targets note, you have to throw the bomb behind the tanks in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of finicky. You don't just hit the tanks.
Correct.
Directly.
Correct.
That would be embarrassing.
No,
if
yeah,
I missed
Dig's
all that.
Dig's very accurate in that. It's definitely not as easy as you would assume.
Yeah, this one doesn't get broken for a while.
Yeah,
LS3.
this evolves, but not for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
I have one more thing to add because
Yeah, sure, Lick, of course. Yeah, please, please.
Now I realized, when we were watching this OG Skaven's Predator run, we were so impressed with this bunny hop that there were even like slight accusations. Oh my god!
Yes, there were. Yes, there fucking was not. Wait. Yes, yes. Oh my god! And I was. Oh my god! Yes, Lick. That is such good lore. No, I forgot about that, bro. Because I had such a problem with that as a runner. Like, let me tell you guys, bro. Like, as a runner, the bunny hop movement, Dig, if you can like get a little clip of like the bunny hop movement right here, wherever. Like, I just think this is not as easy as it looks. Like, this bunny hop kind of movement is very precise. It's not exactly as it looks. It's not just spamming the spacebar. It's very much like a precise, like, you have to hit it perfectly enough. Like, it's not frame perfect, right? But it's very much like you got to hit it perfectly enough as to where you're going to keep your forward momentum. And
yeah, I think the best example is this first bit of trap where you kind of go up these little tunnels here.
Fuck yes,
and you have
absolutely.
To kind of, like, swerve in a way where you don't get stopped by you just like because if you go
look at that
too deep of an incline, you get fucked. But you can see it in like
beautiful.
Left. It's kind of hard.
I do
we
remember.
Figured out that you have
sorry.
to. Yeah, we figured out that you have to hold jump as you land, and that will just instantly jump.
I was gonna say we didn't understand it at first, and that was where a ton of the struggle came in because we were sitting there trying to do it like
I don't know if the scroll wheel and everything.
Well, yeah, I don't know if any of you have actually done like bunny hopping, but it's normally you have to like time it right. So we thought it was like a timing thing where we had to sit there and just like hit space every single time we would be landing. But it's
so you'd hit a few, but you wouldn't.
Yeah,
there's
no way to hit here and there, but you couldn't hit it consistently. Especially not like he was doing. I mean, there were certain spots where he was like, I mean, he'd be running up hills and doing all kinds of stuff, and he would be hitting them like perfectly every single time. So once we figured that out, it helped a lot. Still, that guy, like in some spots, I mean, he's crazy with it.
Yeah, even once we understood it, we couldn't. It's definitely not as hard as it was. But even with what we know now, Skevin or whatever his name is still has good movement to.
But see, that kind of stuff is done in like the multiplayer too, right? Right, look. Like,
yeah, but not to that degree. I mean, you're not speed hopping, for the whole map, like for 20 minutes straight. I mean, we in the tunnels. No.
That's fucking good, bro.
You get some practice at least.
That's good.
Yeah. I think the last notable thing. Sorry, was there more to that?
Yeah, no,
I was just trying to like explain that this first round was really important because this was like revolutionary because we were trying like to break the world record, and it was slower in some parts because Skaven had still better movement. So this was like a good tinder for motivation, inspiration for finding skips to help Dick or whoever wanted to do it first. Just to break
also.
it. Yeah.
Just having a guide, like a full walkthrough, was amazing because I was not going to play this casually. I'm sorry.
Right. It was definitely tough casually for sure. No, I definitely agree. So no. So just put a cap on that movement kind of subject. Movement stuff. It was hard for me to get into, but like I had Dig and Plez like telling me like jump space jump do this that and the third. Like it was like such a process for me. Yeah, it was so bad.
I was just sitting there trying to describe how to beat up in your chat. It's kind of like, he's not getting it. I can't.
It was such a struggle for me. Like I was very much foreign to it. So the movement you see here is very much super skilled, and Pred is definitely not for the faint of heart, but it's definitely a fun run if you get into it. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a fun run for sure, no doubt.
So in terms of the run, there is one more thing in this first run that we have that is, I think, really important. And this kind of like Trophy 2 is the last level of the game, and it is kind of it's what's the word? Infamous for a good reason.
Yeah.
So at the very beginning of this run, it's kind of hard to see, but you're meant to. I actually have no idea what you're meant to do here, but because of like the weird physics in the game, you can just climb up the side of this huge wall, and that lets you skip this whole first egg area. We're not gonna sit here and watch me painfully climb up that whole wall, but
There's
then
just bridges and stuff that you have to climb, like walk up. So there's nothing
Yeah,
really
yeah.
to do in that one area. It's just a lot longer of a way to go around than we do. So.
Mhm.
I didn't even know that until just now. But you can see here as well, like the next section of Trophy 2 is we're going through like all these tunnels and stuff. And this is where bee-hopping skill really becomes important because you're constantly going up weird slopes and there's weird geometry all over the place. So you're trying to maintain your bee-hop through all of this. Like, I'm doing a terrible
Plus
job
enemies
here.
bumping into you and
Dude, like sometimes some aliens will just come around the corner and like, yeah, not that one, but earlier on, they'll just come around the corner and bump you, and you'll lose all your momentum, and it's terrible. You have sections like this where you're trying to go up a really deep slope, and then you hit this big area, more tunnels, and then the final area. There's 2 bosses back to back, and I want to see how I do it in this because we had some like really strange tech. I think to start. Oh my god, this section. Yeah, we had some really strange tech to start with. So you first hit. What's the? This is a lorehead thing. I don't know. The big alien.
Oh, the queen. Yeah. Yep.
The
The queen alien. Yep.
Yeah. You hit this queen in the pit. She jumps down from up top. Oh my god! Do I just? Oh yeah! Oh, the stun with the pistol. Right. Yeah, we don't use the pistol that much anymore because we skip it in future runs. So yeah, so the pistol has its secondary weapon, like its shot is a stun gun, so it'll just make it so that the alien can't move.
yeah,
And then
remember
here, I think
some.
we do something similar.
I think Lick mentioned a really cool fun fact in the chat just now. This very run started almost exactly 2 years ago. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
Welcome to the new era of AVP2. That's what
Yep.
that says there.
And we're still talking about this game, man. That's
I
beautiful.
could not have been more right.
So yeah, no, like Dig mentioned, that's kind of like the end cut and sayonara of the Predator campaign. But like we mentioned, there's 3 campaigns here. So we have a couple more things to talk about here. But to kind of circle back around to Lake, Lake, you actually started competing for world record in multiple of the campaigns. How was actually competing in, getting into speedrunning a game that you actually cared about? Tell us a little bit about that.
This is like an interesting topic because I didn't have such big motivation for running itself. I mean,
Yeah.
I enjoy competing till a certain point where it's just not fun for me. I mean, I would. I would say this is similar to, like, I don't know, running or marathon running and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm you just need to be good with this discomfort, and I just don't like it, and I just don't like grinding till some certain point. So I just like glitch hunting for the game, and then running when it's still like enjoyable. And just doing the run with all the skips, just this is
Yeah.
and doing this decently well, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I don't have like this,
Well-
stamina and
You
energy.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You have a 26 Marine.
that right. Not only his times, but I just think that Lick takes glitch hunting and breaking games more, not seriously, but more just like you find more enjoyment in glitch hunting, no?
Yes, when I'm getting like even world record in any game, more populated, less populated, I don't have this like elation and this
Yeah,
moment.
right.
But
Yeah.
but when I do find some crazy skip, I'm alone in the night, and then I find some skip, and then I'm just like super hyped, super stoked, and this is it for me, This is my coke, my
Yeah, right. Like you're high. Yeah, no, for sure. I totally. Yeah, no, 100%. I totally
Speaking
get
on
that.
that, when did it change? Because you said earlier you always like you hated skips and like you were inbounds only, you know, and now you're like if somebody needs a skip like
You
needs
love
a
breaking
skip for a
games.
game, they come for lick. Like when did it change? Like when did you start enjoying
Okay,
skips?
so I liked certain tricks and skips, and I mean maybe not skips, but glitches in multiplayer game called Red Faction, and I enjoyed doing them. I mean, not in like any competitive matches or anything, but just to mess around because there is like this is multiplayer game where you can like ladder fly, you know, using ladder you can fly around the map, you can plant C4 on someone's leg and then they are flying, you know, this is so funny and bizarre.
Mm.
And doing this a lot. I've got like marked in this Red Faction 1 community as this, you know, guy that like glitches. And when I've entered this AVP2 realm, and I don't know, I just kind of like it. I
Yeah,
mean,
right, right.
I was despising it my whole life, you know, but I'm I must sit now, you know. I'm not a Jedi anymore. Like, oh no, this is wrong. You need to
Yeah,
stay in bounds. No, no, skips
right.
are bad. No, no. I just love getting out of bounds.
So
Uh,
so you kind of transitioned from Red Faction over to AVP. Like you took the same formula and you were like, you know what, fuck it, like let's break AVP too.
I mean, this happens naturally because at the beginning, when we were like doing Predator campaign, I was mostly like silent and watching
Yeah,
at you guys. I mean, much more experience like runners and speedrunners and stuff. And then for me in Predator campaign, the second level, the trap. This was my
great, great
probably
level.
most important glitch hunting moment. I
Yep,
mean,
for
this was
sure.
the big start for me. I mean,
Yep, not even a
yeah.
question. I no, like I completely
I can
agree.
find a run with that.
Yeah, Dig's gonna pull that up right now.
Yeah, show
But
that run off. That's
like
those mountains are
this was one
crazy.
of the ones. Look at this. So we have to run on screen right now for any audio listeners out there, but this is an individual level that Lake played that was absolutely fucking fantastic. This is the second level in the Predator campaign, and it is magnificently played, like absolutely magnificent. And
If you
again,
saw the
speed
first
hops
one,
are playing a major factor in this as well.
yeah, if you saw the
Really good
first
step
level
up.
that or the first time Dig showed this, he went left. We're automatically going right now, going to a completely different area.
Yep.
I remember him going off in the chat about this, but you climb this mountain
Look
here because
at
of all these
that.
inhibitors. He had like
Whoo!
the DAT reader or whatever it was,
Yup.
looking at all the invisible walls. There's an invisible wall there. You can climb on the side of this mountain, and this is cooked, man. I remember the
Beautiful.
diagrams,
Absolutely
and
fucking
this.
gorgeous, man.
Oh my god,
Right here, ready? Oh my god. This is all out of like what?
dude, I'm so unpracticed.
Oh
But look at this, yeah.
man.
It just turns out that you can climb the side of all these mountains and get around to the end without having to do any like the weird tree climbing,
Yeah.
which saves a fuck ton of time. Like, is there anything else that you wanted to mention about this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, this was like as I said, this was like important milestone for me personally because I was just doing this level like in parts and I was trying to figure out if this is even possible because people aren't like maybe the people that aren't messing much with like glitch hunting and you know routing the levels. Uh, when we are watching this and when we are doing the runs, this is like obvious, okay? Because okay, this is what we were always doing, but when there isn't this route before, and I don't know if this is possible. What is possible?
Right.
How you can get there? I've did this in parts, and then I tried to join this together, and this happened in span of few hours, if I recall correctly. And yeah, this was insane. I mean,
I feel like
Beautiful.
it was one of the first ones that you straight brute forced. Like there's been a few now, but like whereas like I want to do something and I will find any way to do it. And I remember seeing it for the first time, just losing my shit. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? There's no way.
Yeah, this is such a cool skip. Like, it's not like there are some there are some glitches that you found where I'm like, ah, damn, right? Like, it's kind of lame. This one's sick. This one's sick as hell. Like, it's visually so cool, and it feels like you break. It's such a like a speed running esque skip. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain types of when you think of speed running, out of bounds, climbing weird walls, invisibles, that sort of stuff. Yeah, this is great.
So now that you mention it, Dig, I'm kind of curious. What was a skip that you were like, oh fuck this?
Oh no. Okay, I'm
Like,
gonna think through. Like, I don't know if it was one that Lick found. Oh, you might need to give me a second here to think of a good one.
probably like
Because,
Alley's like 1 or 2, right?
I mean, there is like the recent hunt ones. Obviously, this is. I wonder what hunt I did in this, because the hunt tricks evolved over time. This one's cool actually. Yeah.
Did you do the long shot in any of your?
In the most recent ones, yeah, I
Okay,
did.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
You know what? Let's pull up Zod clip.
Yep.
Let's pull up Zod clip.
God.
Let's just talk about it. Let's get it on the table, all right? 'Cause
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
You can see that the attempt counter here is 727. I have like 1100 attempts now or something. But this is the new hunt, or actually, it's not. This is the slower hunt.
There was
even
a
fast
little
one.
bit faster. Same concept though. So.
Yeah, this is what I would call not a great trick, because you just kind of clip through the wall by quick saving your punch. Oh man,
A little bit of a
love
super
lag.
easy. Like, okay,
Yeah,
if
it looks
you
really
saw
easy.
the very first out of bounds skip that he showed, where you just like hop and go straight through the wall, that is
Let's take a look.
that's like a 0. Like that's anybody can do it. Like I did that on
Yeah.
accident, I'm pretty sure. Like I just hopped and happened to hit the right spot and fell through the wall.
That's crazy.
This is like a 12. I hate it. I don't understand it. Like it's
Yeah.
very precise. It's not easy
Every
at
time-
all. Like
Every time we found a new hunt, it got harder and harder, because there was this one
Yeah.
that was great. Then there was this one, which I personally like. It got consistent for me, which is you climb up the side of this mountain here. Oh my god.
Yeah, this
You
is the
come up-
one I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
this side, and then it evolved to the opposite side. Like you can do it in the same room, but closer to the other side.
Can I interject
Yeah.
and say that isn't necessarily true, Dig, about it getting difficult as we, because Mild tried to do this tree hump strategy where you like
Oh
sprint
yeah.
and then climb up one of the trees in the first room and climb up over the top and then loop around.
I
Bro,
wanted to get out of bounds in the first room so badly.
it was terrible.
So the
it
tree
was
hump strat was
terrible.
around before the Zod clip
Yep.
type stuff, right? And it's possible, and it would save time technically, but it's abysmal.
It would have saved time. Zod clip is like the
I don't
end
know.
all be
Here we
all.
go.
Did you show me that lick, or I don't even know how that came about, but
I want to say,
found
I think it
tapes.
was Lick.
yeah, I don't know. Somebody, I think Lick mentioned it that it could be done, and I was like, well, I'm devoting all of my time to this. I'm gonna make it happen. So-
Yeah,
I thought this last time-
I think I've mentioned this because you can do this in multiplayer. So but I'm not sure if I was the one that mentioned you, or maybe you just stumbled upon it on some other forum, or I don't know. I just don't want to say that. That was me.
Yeah, right.
What was the level? This was terrible.
I put so
Yeah,
much time into
this is some
Oh my
like,
god.
It's so bad.
oh man.
What are you guys talking about? This is easy.
This is easy, he
First
says.
try, I
Oh my
swear.
lord. Yeah, no, like, so to kind of steer us back on track, AVP is definitely one of those games where each campaign has multiple strategies for multiple levels in multiple ways you can do each strategy, right? So,
And
Um,
mechanics, like
yeah,
they're all
right,
three
and
just different
mechanics.
feeling.
yes,
They all three
yes.
feel different.
Each one is a very different time. Like Marine is about 25 minutes now.
Yeah.
What Predator's 15, and then Alien is 10 or under 10. So I mean,
Yep.
they're all. There's a little something in there for everybody.
There is.
I have a question, Dig. I'm sure you were first or Liquid know. What's the level where you have to like hot boost like in the black screen and then you go through that invisible
Trophy.
spot?
Trophy one.
No.
Bro, yeah, I was super proud of that. That was my biggest
Yes.
contribution to Predator.
Yeah, I'll pull it up here. Because that level, I don't know how long it was in my original run. Let's see. Trophy one was 2 minutes. You had to like do a bunch of crouching through sewers. You
Now
picked up
what?
a
It's like
pistol.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Let's see.
That was my contribution. I'm very proud of that one. I remember finding it, and immediately, the second I actually got it through, actually did it, I just went into the chat immediately, slammed my keyboard.
Dude, the amount of time we all put into trying to figure out how to replicate it was insane. Like we
Yeah.
spent so much time because the main trick here is you do a weird load thing, which is like that was the whole thing, and then you're able to just barely get into this door before it closes shut, because you can see in this one.
And it's like
Yeah,
invisible.
like an
it's an
invisible wall
door.
pops up like as soon as he starts going in there. So you have to get in like before or as he's like walking in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a little
and
bit
then
rough.
another thing that I found in this level is you can jump down here and before the lift goes up to save some time.
Oh yeah, there was two. Oh man, that level got destroyed because it went from like 2-3 minutes to 30 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Just fun
absolutely
fact
wild.
about this level and your skip dig: if you jump down there with low HP, the steam actually does damage. So I've jumped down there before and just died instantly.
Yeah.
Steam killing you off, dude. I for sure.
Yeah, you don't
Steam
know
I think
anything
the
about that,
aliens-
do you?
Pick me off too. I wanted to
The-
find Allies 1. Sorry, go on.
This trick in particular, I mean, and all skips that are involving this black fade out screens, we've only like figured this out a year after this, or maybe even later on, that there were
Bad
some
PCs help it.
no, there were some inconsistencies. Some people can do it every time, some people were struggling, I was struggling, and it turned out that if you have like this one settings in
Oh, yeah.
in the launcher, like
normal setting.
disable
Wasn't
audio,
anything crazy.
disable sound, or something like this, this was like a game changer, and everyone
Yeah.
could do it after this.
You
And-
may
and-
just
and-
got FT figuring that out, by the way.
And
That's
this,
huge.
the same skip was used like in Alien campaign in the last level, and yeah, I wish I knew about this back then, because it was, oh my god, yeah, flashbacks, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk about this one other skip that you found, which I think is another sick one. I think you found it at least. In Allies 1, there is just some collision here which does not exist. This one. Was this you, Lick?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Oh my.
Yeah. And then you can just jump down to the end of the level. Such a
Oh
sick-
my.
Yeah, this one was insane.
We figured out how to make it so that you can jump straight down into the room where you get your mask and whatnot. Do you have a... Okay, I gotta find a link to your more cooked version, because remember there was a really cooked version of this skip that you found, like,
Yeah,
where
you can
instead of
switch the
jumping
mask and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my first iteration of this was just different than mild. Just did simpler, better version, and then later on, I just was trying to do even like some more crazy that's only. Maybe.
Yeah, 'cause there's like a-
Alright,
the
I
end-
don't know.
Yeah, the end trigger is like over here, like on the left side. So it's kind of high up. So the way that you do it is you jump onto the roof from this collision, and then you kind of ride in like a very tiny wall over to the pipes where the end trigger is, right? And so you skip this entire bottom section. Do I have that
It
right?
would save more time than
Yeah, but
this currently, right? But the
Yeah.
only issue is if you don't pick up the mask here, you will not have it for the rest of the run. So,
Yeah, so this was more maybe like individual level only, or yeah.
Mm.
But the
Crazy, you got it.
the problem with this alternative route is that the textures are like super derpy, super scuffed, and it's just you're getting stuck in them all the time, and oh my god, this is like a mess.
and there's
Yeah.
been some different versions of even this right here. You see how he's running around? You can land on the outside wall, like out of bounds beside the mask, and you can pick it up through the like while you're out of bounds and then just hop across. So it saves you having to go through the doors and go around and hit the button. Yeah,
Like
right there.
here.
Yeah. And
You
then
can
would
land
just
on this
hop
section.
through in that little corner there and just go to the end.
Yeah, because the stuff is here. You got to go this way to the end instead of going around like that. And then in Allies 2, this is cool too. Allies 2 was the main skip is just we figured out this punch thing, and then actually there wasn't much. No, there wasn't much in this one. Just good routing.
Yep.
Yeah, we just cleaned this one the fuck up.
Yep.
It was
What,
Allies 3.
Yeah, something a bit
One
different.
super fun trick is the face sit tech in Interloper 2.
Oh yeah. I can pull that up. Jamie, pull that up.
Oh, that is yeah, I never did that one. That one looked difficult.
Yeah. Also,
It's-
here
it's
instead of
pretty
jumping on a
precise.
pipe, you can just jump up here. Like it's so much more simple than having to like go up the elevator.
And then another thing we found, you see, is like every time he hops, he's quick saving, quick loading. It just auto refreshes your hop.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that because
Misses 5 times.
yeah, I don't think a lot of new runners and a lot of runners in general are familiar with the concept of quick save, quick load in not only to the that degree, but the degree that we use it in this game. So does anyone want to explain quick save, quick load and how crucial it is in Alien vs Predator 2?
Oh my god, players. Don't say anything because this man quick saves like 3 times in a 40-minute run. I personally,
I say 3 times
I'm
in his
fucking
like, current
crying.
run. Like he just started
Yeah.
using them.
This guy.
yeah.
I had to use them, but there's a skip that I had to use them for.
Yeah, he was forced to use it. Like ALD2, we can get into that actually. But
Yeah.
for me, I quick save load all the time because obviously if I get a free chance just to say, hey, if you mess up, you get like a 2-second penalty. That's it. I'm gonna take it. Like I quick save constantly through this run because it saves everything that's important to the run. Like there's also some quick clipping stuff that you can do with it. For example, hunt, which makes you wish it wasn't a thing, but yeah, I mean it's crucial to this run because even here, like if you get to this point, if this guy looks at you funny, you can just soft lock.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I do-
best part
I
is,
do
like,
wanna-
you
I do
quick
wanna have a
save in the
fun
wrong
fact.
spot.
Oh, continue on.
You can quick save, like if you're doing it a lot. I was quick saving just out of habit, just like kind of spamming it every now and then, and like I walked around a corner and got shot like as I quick saved. So every time I would load, it would just I would
Oh.
die. So I was in like a death loop. It's very easy if you quick save a lot.
Yeah. So I never changed my binds until we found a dialogue skip, and all the way up until we found the dialogue skips that it progresses dialogue, I actually never used it in run ever.
That's crazy. You didn't even bind it differently. I had it on my mouse day one.
I didn't bind it differently until GDQ.
Mm.
Even for Ald 2, I still used F6, F9.
This guy.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Dude, because you'd miss a skip and you get mad, and I'm like, should have quick saved. Should have quick
And I'm like-
saved.
I'm like, no.
No, because you're like, if you miss a skip, then the run should be reset no matter what, right?
Yeah,
It's not
20
perfect.
minutes into the run, I'm just like, fuck them.
2 seconds.
Start.
And I am supposedly the old guy here, right? Oh my god.
This guy lick.
The Heretic 2 guy talking about single segment runs with quick saving.
Yeah.
And then what level was that you had like a
I already know what you're talking about. Where I cheated.
Yeah, we had a little cheater mode.
Okay,
yeah.
so there was a
Oh.
dialogue skip in Lick knows the name. It's right after Unwelcome Guest. First mission right after Unwelcome Guest 4. But it's a little dialogue skip, and I actually quick saved so little. It was the only time I quick saved inside the entire run that I quick loaded too fast, and I loaded my previous run.
Oh
And
yeah.
You
It
saved
skipped
a
me
bunch
like
of time, didn't you?
no, it was like 5 seconds. I just skipped
Okay,
all
okay.
of the dialogue, and
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
oh my God, I found the skip. I skipped
Yep.
all the dialogue, but I actually loaded my last run because I don't quick save through the entire run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So before we get any deeper here,
like the last level.
before we get any deeper here, now we've moved on from the Pred campaign. We're going to talk about the Marine campaign here now. So on screen here, you have the mission Collateral Damage from the Marine campaign.
Is there anything interesting from the first 4 levels? Like, do we got to kind of go into place your journey into breaking this?
Yeah,
run?
Plez, why don't you talk about the start of the Marine campaign a little bit?
Okay, so the start of the Marine campaign is 4 missions called Unwelcome Guest 1, 2, 3, and it so Dig did find that right off the rip here you could use this collision on the. Oh wow, we didn't even do it yet, but
This is 39.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll pull it up.
there's we called it the dig skip for a long time, and then he refused to accept that because he never did it. But it saves like 2 seconds.
No,
to just hop
I
up
love
the side
that.
of the wall. Yeah, but it's actually a lot of straight lines. I really liked it because it was straight lines. It's like 11-minute mission if I remember, like 10.5 minutes, something like that. And
Here it is.
it is a big straight
skip.
line all 4 of these missions.
A lot of straight lines, a lot of buttons,
A lot of buttons. I was a big fan of it because you could increase your time by very little,
This
just by
button coming
playing
up
like
is great.
perfect.
Yeah, I think a perfect representation of that is Unwelcome Guest 3.
Oh, man.
That second button in the run, like it's unskippable. Like no matter, I don't think you can get. Well, nobody's ever done it. I don't think.
Yeah,
Like, gotten through
no.
those doors without not hitting that button. It closes. It just closes in your face every single time.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know.
So you have to wait
It
for
is
it
a
to
lot of
close
straight
fully
lines,
and
though.
then hit the button.
One
There is
day.
a skip coming up here though that was even
How you
found
do
back
it?
in 2009. Yeah, this was already a thing.
Yeah,
Already
this
a
was one
thing.
of like the few actual skips. Yeah.
This was already a thing even back in 2009 with the original multi-segmented runs that they have on Speed Dem as archive. Pretty sure. I'm almost certain. Yeah, and then you can.
Yeah, you just kind of climb up that collision there, and then you go out of bounds, and you jump at a certain point to land in this room.
The reason this saves a lot of time too is because the elevator starts up here, and then you could just take it down. But originally, you have to go through the bottom, call the elevator down, take the elevator back up, and then ride it back down again. So this like, it was already a minute time save. Everything, yeah, and then yeah,
You
it's a
do
lot of
3 and
straight lines.
4. These are all like not much to talk about. Collateral damage. Like, what's the first level that actually had some tech?
This level before you skip off of it, it changed a little bit too later on.
Right here,
Yeah,
there's
instead of
secondary
running
trigger.
to the end, yeah. Do you wanna tell them what a secondary trigger is, Lit? Because we're gonna be talking about it.
The master of secondary triggers.
I mean, we can divide like this AVP to, I mean, on IHS in like some, we call them eras, you know, the first era was before like the incentive, the bounty. And
Yep.
I think that the secondary triggers were like discovered mostly in this second era of greatness. I mean, we are still in the OG territory, like first.
You saw just then he literally just jumped and hit a trigger.
But I want to say, okay, the first Predator campaign, this was very intense time. Every day, you know, I was coming from work and oh my god, and everything is obsolete, you know, what was found yesterday, and this was like so dynamic. Then the tension and the rivalry between the dig and first raid in the later period, and this was like crazy. Marine campaign, on the other hand, was just waiting, you know, just waiting. That there was not much there. Just Ples was just like grinding and was just doing incredible, impossible times, you know, without any tech to work on, basically. And this campaign was just sitting like stranded. There was not much there until like this incentive. This is my I don't know if this is correct to recall, but this is how it went. And
yeah,
no, definitely
the raffle one, right? We put out a campaign, so we put out a thing where I think if you did a run that was under a certain time in each of the 3 campaigns, you'd get into a raffle to win some money. And I think that is when like more people started playing Marine because all you had to do was just beat a certain time.
Yeah.
No, I remember
and then,
that.
I guess that's when everything started going up because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't think there were any other skips other than UG2 in this run.
So I'm pretty sure the only thing new in this entire thing, because there's Betrayal 4 too, but that was also found years and years ago as well, where the boss skip. You probably don't even remember it because it's just always been the standard to grab the thing and then end the level early. But Betrayal 4, there's the boss skip. I'm pretty sure the only thing other than like precise movement and you know, good button hitting straight lines, was that you can strafe in the robot suit on the Savior
Ah.
1. I'm pretty sure that's it. And actually, fun fact is that
Skip?
later down the road, I did a glitchless run where I didn't use any of those tricks. I killed the boss off. I didn't do the UG2 skip. And I'm pretty sure I got like a 36. So world record, even with all that stuff, was like I mean it's like 36 or 38. It was very beatable even
Insane.
without all that stuff. But
Sub 40 was a great milestone to hit. What's the boss skip?
this boss
I'm not
skip?
even.
It's in
Yeah, what
Betrayal
is the-
5. It's the one where
Oh,
you,
Betrayal 5.
Oh yeah, it is Betrayal 5, sorry.
Okay.
So
Speedrun.
normally in Betrayal 5, you get to the end and you have to wait for this elevator to rise all the way up to the top, and then this robot mech suit comes up. You just shoot him one shotgun in the head, and then you step on the platform and the level ends. But there's some weird, interesting things that if you avoid certain, it's not even you're not even avoiding it. I think if you just grab certain items while not hitting the
get it.
floor, then you can just walk over the platform and the level ends. But as of right now, I'm
you have
sitting
to
here
like
just
jump over the
waiting for-
box, and then you have to press E on the items to pick them up. You can't just like walk over them and pick them up. Something I don't think we still understand why, but it's just something about like picking up the items by pressing E.
Yeah,
Does something
well,
to the game.
what
to
it
where you
is
can just walk
is
into the trigger.
it's the trigger. Yeah, so when you get down to the bottom floor, Dig, pause when you pick up the rockets because there's a trigger here. I remember when we open it up in the map viewer or whatever it is. Yeah, right here. Whenever you cross this line, it has something to do with crossing this line. There's a trigger right here. And for some reason it works. Like Miles said, we don't really know the like exact cause of this, but as long as you hit this trigger in this area, because there's like a little line, you'll be able to do this and just instantly end the level.
You have to grab the rocket launcher
Yes.
though. You have to grab the rocket launcher with E
Yes.
from the top of the box, or
Yes.
you can't end the level.
Yes.
So the first time you saw this level just a second ago, I was waiting for the elevator to come up, and then this little fade out happens. Like I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm already past that point. I've already grabbed the rocket launcher. I'm like sitting here probably, yeah, I'm watching them come up.
Yep.
The door's about to open. You just pop them, and then the level will end. Oh, you have to stand over the platform too for
Yep.
the level to end. And then in the newer version, well, not even in the newer version, we just didn't understand the trick yet and couldn't replicate it. But yeah, you just walk a certain way, pick up the items a certain way, and then the level will end when you step over the. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else. I don't even know if we found the strafing at this point.
You're not even strafing.
Yeah, I'm not even strafing, so something found later on. But other than that, there was nothing new. We didn't have the one cycle boss. We didn't have none of that stuff.
I'm just scrolling on speedrun.com and looking at dates, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, you were right, Bless. The 36-minute run was from February 2022, and then there was like a pretty much for the half an hour, half a year, there was not much going on in the marine. Nobody was running it, and then the incentive, the bounty, was on, and we shaved 10 more minutes from this
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
in 1 month. Yeah.
34,
One
right?
of
And
the
then
craziest levels is in Marine, in my opinion. Like
the
skip
bounty
blast.
starts at 34, and then 1 day later, 5 days later, 4 days later, 5, 8, 1, and then you have the 27. Crazy.
I do want to state one fact is that I went through this like little history, and I probably only uploaded a little over half of my run because most of the time I would get a PB and then continue to grind because of big mistakes. So if you go on my if I went on my YouTube right now, there'd be double the amount of world records and PBs like unlisted and everything. Slowly
right.
inching it down from 36 to there's a lot of them.
Is there a period here I can see? I just
Yeah, if you scroll for a split second, you'll start to see a lot of AVP. I think
two
you might
different
have
eras.
just, oh yeah. There's all campaigns. There's man.
Some rare stuff there.
So where's the next sort of touch point for Marine? Like the next
So,
like I don't even know how to tackle this
Yeah,
huge.
yeah. Realistically, to put a cap on Marine, man, I guess what we could really talk about is how it's a little bit more of a different run than Pred, right? Just some final closing thoughts. I think this is more of an easier run for the average speedrunner to get into. There's not as much like difficult tech. There's still tech, but it's not as difficult, right? I think this is more of the horror
Yep.
walking sim kind of deal that
The
most people are used
skips
to.
are more difficult than the tech and
Yeah.
I do want before we close out.
Sure.
I want to talk about
I would-
UG4.
I was just about to say it'd be a disservice to not talk
Yeah.
about UG4.
Yeah.
Because it was a 4-minute walking sim. And this level right here, which you just witnessed, I just loaded into it. It was a 3.5-minute mission. And this is a secondary trigger.
triggers, man.
It's now a 7-second mission. UG4 was a 4-minute walking sim where you walk down and up and across and you crouch and you do all this elevator taking just to shoot this woman, and it evolved into basically shooting this woman from across the map, slightly getting out of bounds and shooting her with a nade from literally across map, like some fucking search and destroy shit from Call of Duty.
Right.
Using lick strat here that I finally listened to him. Very precise
Yeah.
angling.
I think this was like a machination of most of us in the community, like because it evolves so much.
Oh yeah, there's multiple iterations of that, and then you just walk right back to the trigger. Collateral damage has the least changes to it because there is a skip, but it even that only saves about 10 seconds using another secondary trigger at basically the end of the.
This level, like me,
5 minutes.
I know Lick for sure, and I tried some too. We tried everything we could to like break that level, you know, and then we could never figure anything out. And then Lick comes back. I'm pretty sure it was either around the time of the competition or like right after it or sometime around there. He comes back and he just like I don't know. He had a major breakthrough, just breaks it wide open, you know. Like he
If
finds
there-
one little thing and then he just kept going and going and going, and it eventually led to like what you just saw, right?
Yep.
But there was at least like 2 or 3 different spots I think that you could shoot the lady from, and each one we just kept finding like it's faster and faster or whatever. And you can like with that spot, like there's a super safe way to do it, and you can just walk up and just like shoot one bullet, like not even aim, not even whatever, and hit her. But um, which I think Plez might have done that once or twice, but
Yeah.
there is like super safe strats. And
I
stuff,
would
like, where you
really
can
like
line it
to
up.
like go emphasis on 2 more things in this.
Sure.
run. We
No,
can
of
skip
course,
over
of course, of course. Don't rush.
It's either it's one of Lick's most recent skips, Betrayal 2 or 3, that also takes another like 2 or 3 minute mission down to it's like a 30-second mission now. You just clip through a little I think it's 2. I think I think no, it's 3. I'm sorry.
This when you asked me earlier is what kind of skips I don't like. I'm sorry. This one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
yep.
Yeah, this is kind of a miserable one, yeah.
Dude, your PC is so bad. Look how much you lag when you quick save.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Trust me, I play it.
That
See,
explains why you have
ideally
quick
for
saving for little.
this, you land on like a platform out of bounds, and you can hop around like on the upper edge of the map and just like jump across into this area. So
And then I think after like that's the end of the mission basically right there, turning a 3-minute mission into 30 seconds about. And I think the last thing, so this is like part of the end of the second era, right? We felt like we had found like the skips for everything. And I kept bugging Mild and Lick, and I said we gotta look at Ald 2. A long detour 2, because it is a 3-minute mission. We have to sit here and wait on this crane. We need to find something for it. And in the end, this is I think this is how it ends. I think a good time on this is 1 minute. My black screens are so long at this point.
Yeah.
This was around
Come
whenever
on.
we figured out that the whole black screen thing, because Lick was struggling, like he couldn't do this, but I was able to do it pretty easily. So that's one of the ways we finally figured
I
out.
couldn't do this at all.
Yeah.
This is impossible for me. I think I did it once.
Oh, I made a mistake by I didn't quick save quick load. I just quick loaded right there and then had to do the little seam jump again. Other than that, a good thing to talk about is maybe like one cycling the end boss, so you could just basically take a straight line to the end instead of like because they have this invincibility period after they do so much damage.
Yeah, if you know anything about xenomorph aliens, they have like the extra mouth, extra face that comes out of like the head portion, you know. And on that alien, you can barely see it, but if you hit that, it's like a 10x like critical damage point, and it just nukes the health bar.
Yep.
And
You see the health bar on top.
And the same goes for one cycling the Predator in previous mission. I mean, with the rocket launcher, this was also like nice.
Oh yeah, you can use the
nice addition.
Yeah, there's a skip where normally like you see the Predator and he's like chasing after you on the top of buildings. Oh yeah, it was like right there when you see me with the rocket launcher. Normally you would have to he kind of like trails you and stalks you on top of the buildings, and then he has like this whole cinematic cut, or you can do heat seeking missiles, and there's like a tiny gap where it actually locks onto him, and you just take him out right there, and then you can just run straight to the. Probably saves like 30 seconds. Yeah,
because you don't have to wait for him to jump down at the end.
Yeah, because he did a slow ass jump and. But yeah,
well,
and
every gap he would have to like stop, and then he would do like a big leap, and then he would keep running. Like
there's another secondary trigger on this, like 20 seconds, but it's
There's a secondary trigger on that one.
Yep.
Oh wow. oh yeah, sorry, this one. Yeah, I'll play. So go on, like, sorry.
And by the way, I don't agree that this run is super casual friendly anymore.
Well, yeah, no, like you're definitely not wrong. Yeah, no, like I just think casual friendly in terms of like intimidation factor, right? Because like I feel like if you're going for a top time, it's obviously going to be a problem. But if you're just kind of like looking to find a new game that you can get times in, I feel like Marine's probably like your best bet, you know.
Yeah, if you want a sub 35, it's that you just pick and choose like the easiest skips, and you can get.
I was about to say,
pretty
like,
easy.
You see some of these runs, and they look really intimidating, but there's like multiple different ways to do every single level, essentially.
Yeah,
so,
I'd have to agree with that. Yeah,
I've misunderstood what you were saying then.
Oh no, yeah, no, but you're spot on. Like, it's definitely still big dog shit if you want to compete for like some top times. Like, definitely don't get that twisted. Lick is very right, 100%.
Even in the world record, like Lick found another skip very recently, and it's not even in the world record for Marine, right? So like,
yeah, there's probably about 3 tricks that aren't in world record right now because of difficulty.
Yeah.
And I would go on to say that if the run was like this when I first started, I'd be way more intimidated. But it almost went from like a glitchless run to and then there's this, and you're like, okay, I'll learn it. Oh, and then there's this. Okay, I'll learn it. Okay, and then there's this. And then, 2 years down the road, it's actually a glitch heavy run. I went from being like, oh yeah, if you like straight lines, if you like precise movement, it's really good for that. And now I'm like, you're just going to have to play it, buddy. I don't know.
Yep.
You just have to see for yourself. Because it's hard. It is hard. And then random crashes you have on certain levels. Lick can attest to that.
Sorry, please. I wanted to like elaborate on what you were saying because for me personally, this is what makes this game so good for us for some people on IHS because it has like the perfect curve,
Yep.
We were just doing things like one step at a time and slowly but surely, doing these little breakthroughs and more and more and more and this momentum kept us going, and it was really really good.
I agree.
There are some really good games, but then someone is finding some game breaking glitch, and this game is over. and here this hasn't happened, and yeah,
Yeah, because
this
this
is
game,
great.
like, there are like 20-ish levels, and to get to the last one, you need to beat the one before that, and you need to beat the one before that, and you have to go through all 20 levels. You can't just like find a, you know, if it was an open world game, I'm sure we could find some skip to the last level and then just do that. It would be like 2 minutes, happies. But yeah, it's you have to do everything.
It just really is like every level, alternative routes, and you can take it as easy or as hard as you want to, you know. And each level also has like lore. If you've been here since the beginning, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, first we found it out this way and this way and this way, and it's just a beautiful game to run. Everybody should run at least Aliens and Marines, like or
Wait,
Predator.
Aliens?
You
I was
should
gonna
run all
say.
three. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah,
like, I
all
know I'm an
three, all
Alien
three,
hater.
yeah.
I'm an Alien hater, but it doesn't take away from how good run actually. It's just significantly hard. I think Aliens is really hard in my opinion.
Like even back to Dig's point, like I just think that it's so true that like, you know, it's not as simple as, you know, walk to the end of the game or X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? Like this is a very like you have to speed run this game from A to B. Like there is no like there's plenty of tech and plenty of tricks and plenty of skips, but you're not gonna like completely break it in half, which, you know, to Lick's point is a good thing because usually a lot of the games that we do fancy get broken relatively quickly and we kind of just run them at their current state. But
Already short
AVPs,
games, one trick just
yeah,
breaks it in half. Like
yeah, and AVP's been that like steady constant for quite some time. Like even all three of the campaigns aren't fully optimized. You know,
Yep.
like even as far as like they've come, they're still nowhere near being done. You know what I mean? Like somebody new could come along and just completely just demolish it again and bust it wide open, for sure.
And
this
I
is
would
one of
even.
those.
Oh, sorry. Go, Mom.
I was gonna say this is one of those few that like you don't you see it here and there, right? Or you'll see like all of us at different points like playing a game, but like this one we all got into it like at the same time. We were all playing at the same time. We were
Hmm.
all like all there every single day like playing it and breaking it and stuff. And that was it was a very nice change, you know.
Very beautiful time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wanted to go into like the second sort of era because on that sort of note because
Sure.
there was a certain figure that entered the arena more recently than the rest of us, and he's worth talking about a little bit because
So
I've
wait,
been kind of
before
avoiding.
this
Yeah?
is post competition, right? So first try wasn't competing
This is during the raffle competition.
it is during the raffle competition.
Yeah, that's when FT got in.
Holy moly.
I do want to say about first try's entrance, right? So I remember first try entered the Discord. This is just gonna be a quick briefing, but first try entered the Discord and was dominating all these short games. Anything that
Oh,
was
yeah.
spazzy, quick, flicky,
Was?
it still is. He was dominating these games and absolutely destroying everything. And I remember my thought process exactly. I was like, I want to see him on something real because we had already been a year into this, right? Like, and we had already like established so much different crazy tech and all this shit. I was like, I want to see him do this. And I remember like, if I can get first try on Alien versus Predator, I'm so curious about what he was gonna do. And you know, he almost ended up taking fucking all three records at once. He held two of the world records for all
Yeah.
three campaigns for a good portion of the time before like we were all fighting him separately. Dig was fighting him on Pred, I was fighting him on Marines, and I think Lick was
He's-
fighting him on Alien for a second.
Because FT's like, I pulled up his late night mock run here first, like very intentionally because during IHSM 23, I remember watching him do this run, and my jaw was on the floor because he's got the flicks like I've never seen.
And he's like
He's-
casually talking and smiling while doing this.
Yeah.
and he just moves like a robot. It's
He just turned it up, and I was like, "Oh my god, who is this?" Yeah, because I kind of want to avoid scrolling down because it breaks my heart. Because Predator is you know, it's my baby. You know, it's the one that I took from, you know, originally and then brought it down. This period of like these few days were like some of the scariest days of my life because it was coming. It was coming. He was getting good times, man. He was like, "Oh, I gotta look at a nice 1737." how the fuck did he get? You know, I'm like breaking the record. You know, just days before he breaks it, or even after he's got it. Like he absolutely like just it was just a matter of time, and I held him off for as long as I could. And the same thing happened on Marine as well. Like I'll pull that up.
Yeah, I was going back and forth with him, and I think he just took like a tiny, like he had record, and then he went back to Predator or Aliens to like try to claim that one, and basically right before he got the third world record, I got Marines back, and declined him from ever holding all three.
yeah, yeah,
it
nah,
was
for
his
sure.
alien run.
What's up?
So first try, like he came in later, but he does have his own like stamp on the alien scene besides the world records. Also, the beginning of the alien run is kind of crazy with the out of bounds stuff.
Mhm.
But in the second level, I think Lick had at least theorized it, or he had done it, but he thought it was. Would you say it was like too difficult?
IL
or-
only strat. I do
This
what
right
you're
here.
saying.
Just to cut you guys off here real quick, transitioning, we've covered Predator, we've covered Marine. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the third and final campaign, Alien. So yes, we're going to talk about the exclusive IL trick here on the first level.
Yeah, this was what Lick had theorized about, that it was possible, would just be way too difficult to do in an actual run. Well, first try just comes out and he just does it, just because
And it's
before
the
you would go around the level and you'd have to like hop out of bounds and do some stuff, but he just runs across like the entire top of the level,
yeah, it's this weird bouncing, right? Like, is that tough to do?
It's
It's
very-
really precise jumps. I'm pretty sure. Like you have to jump. Like I remember trying it myself.
because you slide off really fast, so you have to like you just barely have enough time to like hop at the end of the little slope there, I think.
Right.
This is
Yeah,
this
just-
is this is much harder than it looks. I mean, on the video it just looks well, he's just
Right.
spun
Yeah,
jump.
it's like better than jumping.
I agree.
Easy.
No, I
Watch
completely
other
agree.
people
Oh my
try
God.
it, and you'll get a note of how difficult it is. You can like if you get 4 or 5, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, nice." I almost got it, and this guy does it across the whole level. I remember being
He's just
very
doing
shocked.
it in runs.
So the
Not even
thing about
IL,
the
it's just
Alien
actual
campaign,
runs.
the thing about the Alien campaign is it's definitely the most diverse as far as insane tricks go. Like I just feel like they're like some of them are complicated, but like some of the stuff you do in this run is just like, are we really serious right now?
Yeah, Lick found some absolutely insane stuff with like secondary triggers and falling through the map to land in a
Yeah,
different part of the map.
it's
with very
really
precise
crazy, bro.
jumps. And then the pouncing mechanic, you go from Marines who takes fall damage from missing the bottom stair, and then you have an alien who could pounce across the map with 2 leaps and fucking no fall damage. It's such a big change in learning all like there's such different dynamics. It's beautiful.
I agree.
Beautiful thing.
This campaign was mostly like play as intended for 20 years almost. And Skaven did found some like small skips, especially on
Yeah,
this.
he had a fucking gross run on this. He did.
On level 2, but this was like a minor, and he only like got better time by 20 seconds or something than previous runners. So this campaign was like mostly untouched in terms of like skips. So yeah, well, and I did find some tricks later on, and yeah, this
There's a
game
trick
is
towards the
much
end
different.
of this run that's just it's brutal, man.
Yeah. I want to go into like what tricks Lick found on this one, because it is his episode 2.
I think
Which
you're hovering
ones-
over, like you were like right there where you were hovering was the one that I was talking about, the brutal one. Where it's another one of those like trophy 1 skips where you start out the level and you have to immediately pounce into this little hole to
I
get onto
never
an
got it.
elevator.
I never got that a single time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a
I did
real
it like
tough
one
one.
time, I think, but it's real difficult.
Like to
Is it
attest
fun?
to Skev's run. I don't think I ever beat his time on there. Like I don't think I ever got more than a
Yeah.
17-minute on it.
Yeah,
to be
literally.
honest, I put the least amount of time into it, like to learn it, to do all campaigns. But a 15-minute time, like even if you go right now and try to learn Alien campaign, like you gotta get used to everything. You gotta get used to pouncing, your angles when you're pouncing. Even if you were to do it like glitchless, like they did, it's hard. Like they had the movement down.
Yep.
When you're first
They really
starting
did.
off, the wall running stuff can be really it can throw you off. It's really easy to get turned around and stuff with it,
Oh,
especially if
it's
you're
Yeah.
in like a
weird.
tunnel or a corridor, because you can walk
I,
on all the walls and the ceiling, so you're just kind of
Mhm.
like spinning around in tunnels and stuff.
yeah, and like I remember I tried to pull this up once. I was like, I'll just learn Alien. Come on. And I got to the first level, and it was just like, what
This.
is this? You know?
This is on
Like-
Lick right here, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, look, take us through it.
Yeah, this is like my favorite glitch in whole series, I would say. I mean, and I
That's
was
a
so
good one.
happy I finally managed to like make it work because I was I was in this level for a long time. I mean, dreaming about possibility to go there, and it was like super tricky. This looks like easy, but I did some explanation in I don't remember where I did it. During like a tutorial. Yeah. And I put some overlays and how this works exactly, and how tiny fragment you can like navigate to go over this invisible wall, and
Yeah.
how unlikely it was to happen, and this was like the first big trick in this campaign, and it makes me it made me just wanted to explore it more, and also like the abduction level, I presume is also similar in terms of.
Do you have a
Uh,
diagram here? I can pull up in this tutorial.
yeah. Somewhere like there are some like overlays, and yeah, maybe that one from that reader. Yeah, go back. Yeah,
Oh,
there was something.
this.
Yeah,
Ah.
Yeah, here.
yeah.
Oh
Okay.
You start on this
my!
ship. Yeah, this is crazy.
Holy shit!
Because you climb up this invisible wall, like this little like thing here. You're out of bounds at this point. You climb this invisible wall, and then you do this amazing long jump out here, directly onto the
Jump,
guy's
like,
head.
at the very tip of that invisible wall.
Yeah, this took some working. I mean, and this was even before I was using Dedit, which is like the engine, you know, for making maps in this game. So
I've lost the run. Oh, here it is. So we'll just watch it again with that in mind, because like, yeah, you clip out of the ship immediately. You climb up this invisible wall here, and then like I don't know, is this precise, like this invisible wall climb?
It's I mean the climb's not bad. Um, I think if you don't know exactly where like to jump to get onto the wall, you can fall or mess it up.
Right.
But you gotta know like where the top of it is. Because if you
Hmm.
jump like too soon, obviously you won't make it across, and if you jump too late, it'll like you kind of go over the lip of the wall, and I think go to the other side or something like that. So with the like the wall walking stuff, it throws you off. So you really got to know where the top of it is, so you can like leap
I don't want
across
to.
instead of.
Sorry.
I the more like crazy thing about it is because when you're playing like a adult version of Alien, you know, drone, it's much easier to clip, but facehugger, you know, this is much more like harder to do. So the fact that this is working, this is like crazy. I mean, it's almost like some of the devs just, you know, just just do it on purpose. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I will just do this tiny hole. That maybe one day.
Right? Like,
Dude, that is so
I
funny. That
I
is
feel
so
like abduction
funny.
is exactly that sort of level, right? This is the one where you land on some invisible floors, right?
Yeah. This is also like cool looking.
This
Yep.
level's insane. Yeah.
Like,
Before this goes on, I don't want to skim past the fact that getting out of bounds in that first level is extremely hard in itself. Like you have to like grab onto the wall under the crate and then force yourself out of bounds. It's extremely difficult. I just
Yeah.
want to say that. Like don't even want to skim past that. Aside from climbing up the
Mhm.
invisible wall and the leap, it's like
I couldn't even get that far.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I couldn't get out of bounds to I don't want to skim past. But yeah, I love this
Yeah.
too. This was a crazy find.
Oh my.
The blind leap. into
What am
the-
I watching here? What the hell?
Oh man.
So
You have to.
this one, yeah,
It is
take
a
it away.
replay of that.
Yeah. This
Hold
this
on.
level has a lot of caverns. You jump across ways. You have to like use all these bombs. There's like bombs on the bridges and a bunch of enemies that fire it at you. And then this is what the first 10 seconds of the level, 15
Yeah,
seconds.
literally.
And
Yeah,
then he
if I'm not
pops out with
mistaken,
this.
there's like
Pretty
a
much.
huge invisible ceiling here, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's like an invisible ceiling floor, whatever you want to call it, that you can hop up like in that corner where he went. And
It's just
then
there's a tiny hole here, and then which makes this whole thing possible, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And then
And he lines himself up. I mean, there is a lineup for it because I tried this for a very long time and it's not easy. I mean, you're essentially
No.
blindly leaping into the fucking end tunnel, you know.
Yeah.
Where you land is like right beside the end trigger, essentially.
that's absolutely wild. It's like another 20-second level. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see like the top 10 shortest AVP2 levels that we've got, and just see how stacked that list is, because there's a chance you don't even go over a minute.
Yeah.
I think
you don't.
UG3 takes it with 7
Yep.
seconds or 6.9, I think. But yeah, no, it is insane.
Beautiful.
They would
Actually,
range from literally like 7 seconds to 45 on originally like 3-minute missions. So
You look at these splits, man. 418,
it's Freedom
520,
1.
630.
If you go to Freedom 1, I think that's the level that you have to jump at the very start. Maybe it's not.
The
Do
very
you
start?
remember which one it is, Lick, where you have to jump through the hole like at the elevator?
Freedom 3, last level.
Oh, okay, so the last level.
Freedom 3.
legend.
Okay. So this is the end of Freedom 2.
Yeah, another trophy 1 type jump. No,
What
no,
the
no.
Actually,
not
not
the
that. I'm
fucked.
talking about the you have to jump before you can, like, at the very start of the level, and then you get up onto an elevator. I think normally you're supposed to like wait for the elevator to go all the way up, and then you like crawl up the wall or something like that.
Sorry, Freedom 2, my bad.
Okay. Just
yeah,
this itself as well. Just
Yeah,
my
no,
head is just
yeah, I
spinning.
agree. I totally agree. This was actually nuts.
Whoa. Okay. Freedom 2
Holy,
is-
yeah.
yeah. So the Freedom 2 thing he's talking about is normally the elevator would starts rising. Can you? And you have to right here. It is like this is the elevator shaft, and you would normally be running up the under the elevator to oh yeah, because you have to smack the gate. You have to smack the
You
gate.
smack
and
the
then,
gate, and then you have just enough space if you do it perfectly to get through that gap.
Mm.
95% of the time, this kills you.
And you need to do exact good combination of attacks. Like the first bounce must hit this really tiny triangle. Then you need to like this do a close wipe, and then you do a tail. I don't remember, but there's only one combination of attacks that works. And
Yeah, it's
Wow.
super
Yeah.
precise for how much
Yeah.
you like. You go to try to do this right now, you won't get.
I remember practicing this, and I I raged to lick quite a bit. I'm pretty sure.
That's
I
so
was just
sick.
like, I don't get it. I can't do it. I don't understand.
Because like he was saying,
this is like trophy 1 on steroids. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
literally.
much.
because like he was saying, that
Oh, another
gate
What is
is
that?
2 smacks.
Another secondary
And-
trigger.
Yeah, it's just in this corner as well. You can end the level early. But yeah, you're right. Like, Buzz, like, man, that's just. This last level is like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's a standard boss kill. I think there's a trick you can do to like insta kill the boss. Maybe
Did we do
with,
the
like
out of bounds stuff in this?
No. This last level stayed the same. I mean the tactics of how to fight the boss the best. Yeah, this is really OG stuff.
Oh, okay. So what I was thinking about, so with Alien, there's there's a separate category, and with the like the wall walking tech, you can clip through corners. Essentially, any corner in the game you can clip through. I think I'm pretty sure it's related to FPS. Like the lower your FPS is, the easier it is to clip. But essentially, you walk up to a corner and you can clip through it. So you can change this run up a lot by doing that. And there's some like
Is there
out of bounds
something
stuff
in
like
this
all through.
in this run? Is there a clip that I can show? What level would there be?
I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure at
the
the end we
corner
split it
clipping?
up, didn't we? It was like the one trick that we actually had to split the boards for.
Yeah.
It took away the whole integrity. Like,
Yeah, this is
right.
FT's corner clip run.
Yeah, you should be able to show the end. The end should have like a out of bounds thing.
Like in Freedom 3.
FT
Yeah,
said Freedom
Freedom
1 or 2.
Freedom 1 or 2.
But every level I think has.
Yeah.
I feel like corner clipping time was like could be down to like what
Oh
7
yeah,
minutes,
there's
8 minutes or
there's
something.
a ton of time that could be saved. I'm pretty sure.
You guys are theorizing like 5 minutes, but no one wants to do it. Hey, anybody that's listening, this is an open invitation.
I don't
It's
know.
a free world record. I know how
Is-
everybody likes this.
I feel like a
I don't
little
know the
bit
chances
torture.
are that I'm gonna find this.
Get on that.
You're looking at an out of bounds spot right now, like whatever where you were.
Oh,
Anybody who's listening, all campaigns run bounty going up soon.
oh, dude, I would love to see. Dude, I would put money on a sub hour for all campaigns.
It
I
can
would
be.
put a decent amount of money on that.
It could be definitely.
Gotta be.
I kind of want to do it actually. Now that you mention it, because you did an all campaigns run.
Oh yeah, you're
Like,
seeing
And
it.
ages
mine was
ago.
terrible. This is first era times that we're talking about. It was like
Yeah.
a 34,
So this is-
21, 18 type shit.
Yeah. Real quick though, this is the corner clip, is it?
Yeah, this is yeah.
This was like classified as a corner clip, yeah.
Wow, what the?
Oh my.
Yeah, so that's one of the tame ones. There's some spots, where you get out of bounds, you're like hopping around out of bounds and stuff.
Just the
The reason it-
rotations like break my brain.
I was about to say the reason it looks so wonky is because you have to, you just barely do a wall run on the corner and it clips you through. So that's why it kind of like shakes the screen.
Yeah, you're
Mm.
trying to like grab onto like a bunch of different corners and walls and shit. And I think the
But
ending,
uh,
there is some
what's up?
out of I remember like finding some out of bounds stuff on the end there, but I don't know if it's used or not.
I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, I have no idea. It looks the same. But we can go into like is there anything else we want to talk about Alien
It's hard.
before we? Yeah, I agree. Like, you looking at the world record history, we could see that Lick went in. Like this was the last record that he broke. That it was like, okay, we've now broken the record in every campaign. That was a huge milestone. I'm really glad that you got around to doing that. It took us a month too, which is crazy. Yeah, and then FT came in and just absolutely destroyed this baby.
I do believe the original 3 was Dig on Pred, me on Marines, and Lick on Alien.
Yep.
We
And
always talk
FT
about that.
nowhere.
Yeah,
Get
FT
that
wasn't
guy
even
outta
here
here.
when we started. FT wasn't even here when we started. FT came in with horror noodles.
Yeah, and then the all campaigns run. This beauty.
Did you get a nice 120?
This is-
That
this
thumbnail is
thumbnail.
fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, man. Just a segue to the end of that. We kind of just ran through roughly all 3 campaigns. We ran through Predator, ran through Marine, ran through Alien. Kind of broke down a little bit of tech and tricks and tips and things like that, man. But I think the gist of things that we kind of want you to understand is that this game is very important to not only us as runners, right, but to IHS as a whole. And I think Lick kind of brought this up a little while ago, before we got into the campaigns, as to where this kind of brought the community together, and like that's not an exaggeration. I vividly remember times in 2022 where I'd be up at 2-3 a.m. and everybody would be fully chatting about AVP. No matter where they were at, no matter what they were doing, it was Mild, it was me, it was Dig, it was Plez, it was Lick, it was everybody actively talking about, each level, a new skip, X, Y, or Z. And I just think that, this game is very important for not only the fact that it's a great, like, well-developed game, but on top of it, it was one of the only games to bring the community together. Truly.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that tier list that you guys did in the last episode, but AV2 was at the top, right?
It definitely was at the
Oh,
top.
easily
Yeah.
S tier.
Yes.
Easy
Easy S tier.
I have
We-
a copy of it I can drop.
I do recall even saying that I personally put even each individual campaign into S tier.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
separately.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, before we end it off or whatever, like AVP 2, like the base game has 3 campaigns, the Marine, Predator, and Alien. And then there was an expansion that came out for it called Primal Hunt. It's
Mm.
3 more campaigns. You have what corporate.
Yeah,
corporal.
Corporate.
Yeah,
Oh,
essentially
corporate.
essentially Marine, and then you have the Pred Alien and Predator. So it's 3 more campaigns. It's much shorter. Like each run is, I think, maybe under 10 minutes. Like it's a lot shorter of a
Yep.
thing of a game.
Yep. And
But that is there,
Same
and it's very
mechanics and
much
everything.
untapped.
yeah,
Untapped
very much
potential there.
untapped. Lick, you can definitely correct me if I'm wrong here, but from what I understand, this was definitely cut content from AVP2 originally, and they just kind of released it as DLC before DLC was a thing, right? Like 2001, you're talking about, there was no DLC, but when it comes to something like Primal Hunt, this was like DLC at its finest.
No, it wasn't actually cut content. It was made like for, but by different studio, and yeah, this is why it's just maybe inferior. But I love this campaigns. I mean,
so what was the reason that they kind of
I mean,
scrapped this? Like, because I remember reading something along the lines of them kind of like not wanting to include this in the final game, or them wanting to do a sequel, and this is kind of like what they came up with, kind of thing.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. In that era, this was like normal to release a game and then release like an add-on, like a
Right, definitely.
mission pack or however you want to call it. I mean,
Right.
DLC. This is what we call it today, but this was like normal. Like a year after releasing, you will release some other content. On the same engine, in same universe, but
A lot more fucking enemies.
but maybe they've used just some cut content. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. Yeah, no, because like to me, like just me personally, like I always thought that was really cool. You know what I mean? That they kind of like, because you didn't see a lot of games back then kind of do what AVP did here. You know what I mean? Because Primal Hunt was a very short and like cut and dry kind of game, right? Because like Mile mentioned, like all the runs are only like 10, 20 minutes each. Like it's not much more than that. So
I do want to say too that corporate, like even being what 5-6 minutes at this point, which is the alternative for Marines, there's still tricks in that 5 minutes I can't do.
Yeah.
They're so difficult. So
There's a trick in the first level that's like just insane. Like I watched Lick practice it for a while one day, and I don't know that he hit it while he was practicing. He might have hit it like once or something, but it's
There are some tricks that aren't used in these runs. I mean, there are a few tricks that's for Predator, for corporate, that aren't in these runs. So yeah, what I'm trying to say, like guys, can we do like some Primal Hunt, era for a
hey,
change?
you heard it here first, man.
Why you hate so much the Primal Hunt?
You heard it here first. Somebody get on Primal Hunt, man.
25 enemies.
Somebody get
Every room
on
is
Primal
25
Hunt.
enemies. It's
I
so
put my
much,
time in.
so many more enemies, dude. Y'all say that now. It's like, oh yeah, AVP 2-2. No,
No,
it's
it's drenched.
3, like times 4 the amount of enemies. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
I found some amazing skips in Primal Hunt that people very much dislike. So.
I'm sure. What's new?
The usual.
Yeah,
Usual
no,
corruption.
I think even in the newest
Hold yourself. Steal.
in the Predator record. Did you get that dig, or did Lake have it? Or
Yeah, I had the Predator record.
yeah, you didn't do the bridge skip, right?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Fuck that!
Yeah, so there.
Catch me dead before I do that.
Take a few more weeks of grinding for sure.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Well, also like taking the normal ways, like I don't know, it doesn't lose that much time.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I mean, it skips a bunch of enemies, but It's also a very precise jump over a death plane. So.
Yeah, just to say, the bridge skip is instead of going in here and through some tunnels, you scale this wall and just move along here because there's like more platforms over on that side, and the death plane is really high. So if you fall down too far, I think then you just die, and it's like super
I'm
frustrating.
pretty sure if it was up, just like one step up, it wouldn't be possible. You land literally like on top of the death plane, essentially.
Yeah, I could not. I think I did it maybe. No, I think I got close once. I never even did it.
Yeah.
And I was still able to beat the record with that. There are some really frustrating levels in here, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, Claire said there was a fuck ton of enemies. There's in like Stasis 1 or 2, these sort of tunnels here. Holy shit! Actually, I actually had such a bad time with this. I remember now. This was really frustrating. Oh man, look at all
First
these.
try. This is a call to you to come to fucking.
Whoa!
No,
Yeah,
whoa.
I could still say I have a Predator record, right? I can still say that. But in this section, all these aliens here, you chip away. Like I have almost no health here on this. Like it's absolutely brutal. Yeah.
Do you
I
want
felt
to
like-
you want to mention your multiplayer in single player like shenanigans that you were doing in Primal Hunt? Like,
Yeah, there was like some weird occurrence, like artifact that I wasn't able to reproduce, and there was some wonky business in Primal Hunt. I mean, I was just glitch hunting on Stasis 1, I believe, and I've quick loaded, got back to my main menu, then went to eat something, and then I quick loaded again, and there was like this. Instance, my previous instance, like there was in single player game, there was another player, like there was player like me, like this was me, this was me in the spot where I was spamming quick save, and this was like super bizarre because when I attacked this player, then then it was super glitchy and scary, and
Oh, I remember that. I remember
yeah.
seeing that. Yeah. Okay.
and I was just trying to like I've asked like the best like tech savvy guys in AVP2 Elite Tech community. I mean, we haven't mentioned the one. I mean, this was actually the guy from official Discord that helped us a lot, and he's a great guy. And I salute you, the one. You're the great guy that
Big ups
helped.
to the one, dude.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, man.
No.
Definitely.
He laid the groundwork for the order splitter as well.
Yeah.
Super smart, dude.
Definitely want to show some love to the one. If you're in the Indie Horror Speedruns Discord server, you'll definitely see the one around. But that is the, once again, veteran of the AVP community that kind of came through and, like Dig said, kind of helped craft the auto splitter. Kind of, dove into the tech side of things for us. Even just us being speedrunners, the one was more than willing to help us kind of, navigate any obstacles we had, and I think that's a good shout. So huge shout out to the one, definitely.
I assume
He
they
made
had
that
a
tool.
hand in like getting the game to run too,
Yeah.
because they've done a lot of like patches and a lot of things. Like I think it was recently somebody was mentioning it was like difficult to get running, but Lick, you said that there's even now like it's just like a single file download that you have that will get it all running, right? So it's a pretty simple process to actually get into AVP. Like you see old games, and a lot of times it's a hassle just to even get the game running to where you can actually play it. But this is one of the easier ones.
Yeah.
I don't want that to deter anybody from.
And that's like with all the effort of we mentioned like the original multiplayer community, like they put into this, because there's no way we'd be able to play this if they hadn't put all that time in
No
to
question.
get the game.
I remember playing without the master patch once, dude. Never
Ugh.
again. Not even once.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was really rough, man. Like,
It-
you got to remember, guys, like, this is a game that came on fucking like 2 discs back in 2001 when the majority of you probably weren't even fucking born. All right, so trying to get this to run on a PC in 2023 on most likely Windows 10 or 11 was not the easiest task, right? So there was a whole community that finally crafted this game to get where it is today. You know what I mean? So even though, Kenny and blah, 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 we got our stories and whatnot, but huge shout out to all them. You know what I mean? Because we would never have this culture that we have here without them. Period.
Wait, just since you said the Windows 10 11 thing, don't you have to like go into your properties and change it to run in like Windows Vista or something? Like
The compatibility.
Yeah, and the
Sometimes,
compatibility.
yeah, depending on your setup, yeah,
And it is
yeah.
administrator. I remember like we had really bad troubles like getting OBX to work with it because it wouldn't capture properly. You had the worst, I think, was on
I
that.
did, yep.
And
The
like it
window
would go full
capture all the
screen,
way.
change your resolution. Yeah.
A little rough.
Yeah, it's brutal.
So
But it's just so worth it.
it is
So
though.
worth it.
No, yeah, like it sounds like kind of daunting, like the more we talk about it, but we literally just ranted about this game for 2 hours straight without even like blinking an eye, bro. Like that says a lot
We're
about what
try-
this game is.
We're trying to cut it down. This video could have
Like,
been there could be
yeah,
an extended version 5 hours.
literally,
later on
bro.
down the
Like
road.
we really could go in, but we wanted to kind of break this down for you guys and really talk about a lot of the important parts of AVP 2, man, for sure. So, Dig, what do you have on screen for us right now?
Something else that we mentioned, like the one doing. This is the DAT reader.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. The
thing.
all the levels in AVP2 are in this format.dat, and the one made this Unity project where you can view them in Unity and fly around and see all the triggers and stuff. I think this is how Lick found most of like these secondary triggers for ending. Like this was huge, incredible. I just wanted to shout out that.
Yep. Definitely agree, man. Like, you know, a lot of people tend to, you know, shine minimal spotlight on our glitch hunters and our tech people in the speedrunning community, but this is definitely one where we had a lot of passionate people that care about AVP come in and really help the game become what it is today. So, yeah, very important.
I don't know if I can speak for Lick. I think I can, but for me personally, I will be seeking the high that AVP gave me with the glitch hunting forever. I don't think I'll ever find that again in the game.
Right.
Even
Just
from
come
day
back to
one.
Inbound Mind. Just come back.
It's just like it was like every single day we were finding something. I mean, it still is. I mean, there's
Yeah.
still stuff to find. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, just to briefly mention, like Marines right now, it just got beat 3 months ago, I think, and there's 4 or 5 tricks that I don't even do in it, and it's still not perfect. There's still like some aspect. There's still a handful of tricks that I don't do in it. Difficult, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, how often do you find a game that's been like that has a 20-year history, but also is entirely untapped that 5 people want to run at the same time?
Never. You
Not a
never
lot.
do. Like if you find old games, like that's one of the things I do a lot. Like I just searched either abandonware or whatever, just trying to find like old games, and they've either all been broken in some form or they all like already have runs. Which I mean, this
Or
had
12-page
runs.
documents to them explaining
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like this game had runs, but it was just completely untouched, untapped. And like there's a massive community behind the game, but
Yeah, right?
sole
Like
focus is multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned single player in that server and everybody's like single player. Like what is that?
There's a
Like what are you talking about?
campaign.
Well,
There's a campaign in this game? Like what?
what was
What?
funny about that was from an outsider's perspective, I think going in that community server and watching them how like just watching all those guys kind of like love multiplayer, right? Like that's all they did. I'm sure Lick can totally speak on that way more than I can. But every time single player was mentioned, like Mild said, it was always like minimal work. Like I feel like their main project was reconstructing the multiplayer because it was so important to them. But they also reconstructed the single player. The single player was almost like a second afterthought for them. And the fact that that even got saved too was really remarkable. Like really fucking remarkable.
because
I'd
it's the
have
other
to
section
agree.
of like what Mild was saying was like either the game speedrun is broken or just the game is broken and you can't run it.
Yeah.
So it's like the speedrun wasn't broken in this, and also they fixed the single player, but they just weren't playing it. Like that's
I think
that's
the only
incredible.
other time that I've found something close to AVP was Bloodline, and Bloodline is
Mhm.
rough because, like you said, either the game is broken or something else. Like that game is really rough to play. Like it's super janky. I don't know. I struggled through it, you know, and played it and everything, and enjoyed it, and found a lot of skips. But it's like you don't find games that are like polished and fun to play like this one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
AVP is a good game. You know.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these games that we play are arguably really bad games that we
Yeah.
put a lot of time and effort into, you know what I mean? But AVP is a good game. Like it's just one of those weird anomalies. Like nobody plays it, nobody talks about it, nobody I don't know. I mean, we talk
Yeah.
about it all the fucking time.
We talk about it. Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
look at this. My tutorial is an hour and 10 minutes for like a 15-minute long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have 3 of them for the campaigns, and this podcast, and GDQ hotfix, and we're still talking about it. We can't
Yep.
keep our damn mouths shut.
If you can't tell, we really like AEP too.
Yeah.
Even my hour and a half tutorial needs to be updated.
Yeah, I
Like-
think like all of the tutorials are,
Oh yeah,
It's-
are out of date.
better like is it's doable, but
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
man.
I wasn't talking for a bit because I've got high,
Yeah, of course, just basking in the
2 hours
nostalgia,
of
man, of
talking about
course.
this. Yeah, this is
Hell yeah.
this is great game.
Hell yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Hell yeah, it is.
We've made something like special. I think. I mean,
We have.
in terms,
I
in
truly
terms of
agree.
yeah.
We have.
I'm waiting for Era 3 to come in. We kind of just sit back and more people fucking.
Yeah, I feel like the next era won't much, but I'm like more than happy to be a part of the originators who helped change this run and be a part of it. Most importantly,
Yeah, exactly. Like
it was just such a beautiful thing to be a part of.
It
Yeah.
was. It was. And like even if it's not as fantastic like Plez said, right? Like even the third era might not be as like groundbreaking as the first two, but I'm definitely down. I agree. I'm definitely down to like get into it for sure. Like if a new runner wants to come along and they're loving AVP, bro, like you have literally 5 of the best runners to ever touch this game to help you. So, come on.
We have everything. I mean, we have everything there for you. Like, I mean, we have the tutorials. We have, all of us that can help. Like, we got the game pinned. Like, it's
Yeah.
all right there. Like, it's not hard to get into.
It just takes some research, man. You're gonna be asking questions. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
What else
The-
could I do right here?"
there's
Why
like
don't
certain
you do
parts where
this?
it's like you have to hold a certain button or do it a certain way for no reason other than it just works this
Yep.
way, right?
Mhm.
And you have to kind of just like the rocket thing in Betrayal 5, like you just have to do it that way because game's old and
It
broken.
doesn't work any other like.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think like the last thing I wanted to kind of say about AP2 is like I feel honored to be part of the history in the way that I am. Like all of us have like a really integral part of it. Like Mild obviously found the game and like did the first breaking of it, and found a ton of skips. I broke the first record for Predator. Players broke it for Marine. Lick did it for Alien. FT did it for. He obviously destroyed all the runs. Like we all had like a really important sort of role in that story, and I think it's beautiful.
It is truly.
Lick has been like, if he didn't find the skip, he at least had like a hand in helping it get found.
Yeah,
in almost
yeah.
everything. Like,
Because it was always like an idea beforehand, right? Like it was always like, oh, I thought about it. You know what I mean?
I've
Like,
been
like,
working on this for the months.
yeah,
and you found
yeah,
this.
right, 100%,
Beautiful.
100%.
There's a ton of
Huge.
times where we'll Lick, he'll show me something and I'll hop on and I kind of like piggyback off of him kind of,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So like he's definitely had like a hand in everything that went into this game.
That's
We could have
fucking.
easily made a 2-hour fucking video about, or a 2-hour podcast about each one individually.
Oh
so
yeah, oh yeah. No,
Mhm.
we're
not
really
even a
cutting
question.
this short, buddy.
Not even a
Yeah.
question. So yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get together on this.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know how crazy that would be? That would be.
Dude.
Holy! That fool won like a competition in 2001 for AVP. I'm pretty sure he was the one who won the poster for the Alien campaign.
Alien.
Yeah.
Imagine we got Sven and fucking Drunk Man. And
Ooh, that would be
And,
a
what's his name,
fire
Vaughn?
show.
Vaughn,
Vaughn, yeah, but all his runs got deleted. He
Yeah, I
also
think
runs the gold version, the one that was released in 1990,000.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
the
the
the, the
Yeah,
gold
World
version
Records are there.
actually I had just read the reason for the gold version was they wanted to release Primal Hunt and this on the same kind of set. So that's why they came up with the gold version.
Yeah, it came out beforehand though too.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I played that one. It's definitely a little bit more janky. Definitely a little. Broken, but
Oh,
it's very
wait, no,
established.
I'm tweaking. You're talking about AVP 2000.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
okay,
gold,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
I
yeah.
played the first level of that, and yeah, I could not get the skips. on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
I
it's
really-
it's a little bit rougher,
It's
yeah.
actually super established. Big on ILs.
It is.
Yeah.
they found all the tricks you're probably gonna maybe Lick and disagree with that. Like
The community is
fact that
very
that one
fucking
was-
active too.
I thought it was always weird that that one was established in a lot of competitive times,
Right.
and then AVP2 was left in the dust, like we leave Primal Hunt in the dust, kind of.
Yep.
Like it's
So sadly.
Sadly, yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. So yeah, let's segue. Let's close out a little bit. Let's talk about Lick for a minute. So yeah, just to cap this off, man. Definitely get into AVP, man. Whether it's AVP 2000, AVP 2, AVP Primal Hunt, it doesn't matter, bro. Come through, run this game because this is definitely one that you won't regret putting time into, right? Like I haven't even PB'd in like such a long time, and I still don't regret any amount of time that I put into this game, man. And I just want to stress this other kind of weird factor too. So we have Dig, Plez, Mild, and Lick, and myself in this call, and to my knowledge, only me, Mild, and Lick have seen the movies in which this game is based off of. And this is such a good speed game that two of the people in this call have never even seen an Alien or a Predator movie. And they ran this game more than even I have, bro, this is a speed game. No question. And it's very rare that you find
movie game.
You're right. Like, it's very rare you find franchise games that are like this. Because a lot of the franchise games that you see out there they're good, right? They have good speed runs, but something like this is where you don't even have to, like, have any knowledge about the media to get into is crazy. Really, really
Something
crazy.
Like Batman, you probably play because you like Batman.
Right,
initially,
exactly.
right? Yeah, this isn't like that.
Nope,
Like,
it's not at all.
I've never even heard of aliens or predators. And
The hardest thing, the hardest thing is like talking about like the aliens, because I'm like, I don't know which one this is. I forget
Yeah,
the
like
words
they're
for
both
it.
aliens, realistically, right? Yeah. No, like to
It's a
an
big alien
outsider,
fan or
yeah,
something.
nah, for sure. It's totally
Little
like,
baby
what the
alien
fuck is this,
things.
right? Yeah, no, 100%.
You know
like,
what's
how do you not know? What's the lore behind this?
Right.
I couldn't
I'm
tell
a
you,
big
buddy.
I'm a big fan of horror speedruns, but I've never watched a horror movie.
Yeah, right.
That's the worst thing.
Right.
And I never will.
It's this guy.
Bro.
So to kind of spin the shine back on Lick for a second. So Lick, as we close out here, any last words or thoughts about AVP2? Anything you kind of wanted to touch on again before we kind of close out? I'm all ears, man. Let's talk about it.
Floor is yours, baby.
I mean, these 2 hours just
Bye.
went so fast. Before I was just, what are we going to talk about? 2 hours? And now you're talking about wrapping up.
Yeah, literally, man. We just go.
don't do us like that. I mean,
You are
come on.
comedy, bro. You are so comedy.
We want to talk more about this game. I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this was just so insane. Like 2 years. I mean, wow, the time flies. And this isn't like cliche. I mean, I'm really happy that I've met you guys. I mean, 2 years ago, and this was like a start of this beautiful journey with you. And yeah, I've said it, and I mean it.
Yeah.
And yeah, cheers to you guys. I mean, not much to add. I mean, we've all made a history, like a Digstead. I mean, and this is wonderful. I mean,
It's hard to deny that you're not one of the people who have like probably caused the most like traction in it, like constantly.
Mhm.
It's like you find something new and it's like, oh, we have to go back now.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody listening too, even with how much history and how much richness there is, there's still like someone could come on and in the next month change the way everything is. Like you could go still beat every record if you put enough time in. It's not like horror noodles where you got second left. Like there are strategies that save time that aren't being used still. So like go in and jump on them before it does get. Maybe it could be you.
Maybe
what
it
I'm
could be
saying? Type
you,
shit.
man. Maybe it could be. No, I agree.
Like I didn't notice until I just clicked on his profile. He's top 3 in every category. in
Fucking
AVP2.
legend. Absolute fucking legend
Which-
right here in this call, man.
I think that's only matched by like FT, right? Oh, no,
But
not
I'm
even
not a
FT because he's
speedrunner.
yeah, right. He's the only person with that record because FT is 5th in Marine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If he's in chat.
We're looking at UFT. But yeah,
Pretty
man.
Slow.
Um,
I'm just kidding. I'll lose my record real quick.
I'll lose my record real quick. No.
Yeah.
So
That's
no,
what
man.
I
Like,
want to see that happen so bad.
I just think.
I have interesting question to all of you guys. I
Sure,
mean,
sure.
If AVP2 had like a counter for playtime, like on Steam, how much would it be on your like counters?
I've actually so for Marine solely on my live I could tell you that I have close to 3 days played.
Woo.
Let me check mine. I have 2 days on my live split, and
I
just,
dog.
that's just
3
playtime.
days of just runs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just while the timer is running.
I
Right,
fucking
I have
dog.
1,000 attempts on Predator.
I got a lot.
Yeah,
I
probably
know I
like
have a lot.
100.
I don't know. I have
Yeah.
hundreds of hours of just mainly glitch hunting. I mean, I put runs in every category, I think, but yeah, running was definitely not the thing I was going for. I was in it solely for the skips.
Yeah.
2,400 attempts at Marine.
Oh my
Sheesh.
What?
Let's go,
That dig
man.
skip?
That's a real grinder right there.
Is
Yep.
that dig skip doing that to you?
We don't talk about
We don't. Yeah, no, let's not, because y'all can go talk about that over at the GDQ comments, because holy shit.
Because when I ran Marine, I was like, I'm not fucking doing dig skip. I'll take a 2-second penalty.
Yeah,
And
literally,
Three
man.
if you do it right, buddy.
It's
Chill out.
30 if
yeah,
you do
my
it
bad,
right,
my
he
bad.
says. You're crying, dude. I'm fucking
Actually, now
crying.
that you mentioned that.
But yeah,
4,400.
man. This was wonderful. This is really wonderful, and I think this is probably our most meaningful episode yet. It was a real pleasure to have you on, Lake, and I definitely agree that this changed not only our lives and our personal kind of perspectives, but our community in general. You're a very important person to us. I definitely want to remind you that, we feel the same way. What you did for our community and the amount of effort and help and passion and time and work you put in for us is definitely not unnoticed, and I definitely want to thank you for that. Yeah, right,
Not even
right.
Like it's not a past thing.
No,
Still-
no, definitely
do.
not. Totally agree. Totally agree. Play said it best, man. Like you're a pillar to us, and we definitely want to thank you for that. And I'm glad that you're our first guest, man. For sure.
I want to raise.
I want to raise, he says. I love it. I fucking love it. This guy, man.
Sorry.
This guy. I love it so much, man. So yeah, before we close out, give yourself a little bit of a shout out. Any last words of motivation? Any people you want to shout out? Anything you want to say before we go, man? Feel free, man. Where can the people find you as well? Tell us your Twitch. Tell us your YouTube.
Yeah, if you go to speedrun.com and type Lake, then you can find my YouTube and Twitch. I'm not streaming often, so yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
pretty, but
Of course,
I
but
do
definitely
wanna
go
say
show him a
the
follow. Yeah.
content is amazing. This
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
is a meme lord, bro. Just saying.
Absolutely go show him some love, man. Absolutely go show him some love.
I don't want to like shout out anyone in person, but I want to give like this may be weird, but I want to give a shout out to all people that maybe are maybe bit narrow-minded, and so they can like open up themselves a bit and try different things. I mean,
Sure.
Tell
try,
him.
Yeah.
try speedrunning,
Hell
try
Hell yeah.
hunting, try whatever.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
No, I
Go for
agree,
it.
man. That's perfect motivation, motherfucker. You heard that. Not even just speedrunning, man. You want to go try something new? Go do it, man. You heard it from Lick himself. Go do it. Shit.
Do it.
Fucking beautiful.
And I beat lots of words. I mean, yeah.
Right.
You're a beautiful
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Let's fucking get it, baby. So yeah, I think that just about does it for the Indie Horror Speedruns podcast episode 3. Huge shout out to myself and the co-hosts, Dig, Plez, Mild, and of course our special guest Lick. All of Lick's links will be in the description of the YouTube re-upload, so make sure you go show Lick some love. Sub to his channel, sub to his Twitch. Go fucking show him some love on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever the socials are, man. Go show him some love. And of course, you can stream the Indie Horror Speedruns podcast on all platforms and on our YouTube at Indie Horror Speedruns. Okay? And per usual, follow us on socials at Indie Horror Speedruns. We'll be doing another episode in January, so stay tuned. And huge shout out to all of my co-hosts once again. Huge shout out to Lick, man. Farewell, and we'll see you next time on the Indie Horror Speedruns podcast.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.